Check one. Test one, test two. Welcome, Sim fans. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Sim fans! Happy Thursday evening, my friends. So good to see you, all of you, for this beautiful Thursday night in Des Moines, Iowa, close to where I'm at. Welcome, welcome. So, Lucas, welcome to the stream. So good to see you, my friend. Lucas, how are you? Kyle Summers, Kyle, great to have you. I think you'll be flying around with us tonight, right? Alan Cleveland, hello, my friend. Good to see you, Alan. And hey, John Franco, welcome to the stream. So glad you joined us tonight. Yes, we do have a fellow friend and streamer in Captain Canada. Good to see you, John. Nice to see you. And, you know, and all the rest of you out there, Sim fans. Hey, we got a great one for tonight, I think. I think we do. I hope I don't mess it up. You know, you guys have been waiting for this, right? For a commercial flight, Microsoft Flight Simulator. And, you know, I've been doing VFR flights the whole time, right, Sim fans? So, hey, here we go. Here we go. Commercial flight. So, we're going to be flying, of course, the FlyByWire, the A320NX, as you can see right behind me there. And we have the beautiful Allegiant livery tonight, Sim fans. And this is an actual route from Des Moines to Punta Gorda in Florida. And so I've actually flown, as many of you know, I'm from the Midwest, I live in Iowa, so I've actually flown this route from Des Moines, and it's not a bad route. It's not a bad route. We've got clear skies, we've got some variable winds and that, but yeah, we're going to be having some fun, Sim fans. So again, go easy on me. As many of you know, I am a Boeing guy, right? I'm a Zibo X-Plane Boeing guy. So I'm just like, I've been promising you all I would be jumping in at some point into a commercial airliner, and here we are. We'll see how it goes tonight, Sim fans, all right? But as you can tell, we've got the beautiful Bravo Throttle Quadrant on the Bravo cam for you guys. And if you notice, we're also going to be using the Airbus Throttle Pack for it, right? I picked this up. It's, I think it was $60. And one thing to note, these little toga switches that come off like that. Can you all see that? It's kind of crazy. These little, so they're magnetized, right? And I've got a review on these, by the way. It just pops right on there. Boy, I almost took my hand off. So we'll be using that for tonight's flight, and I'll try to like put this camera on and turn it off so when it's appropriate. But yeah, so hey, we'll be using that. And so, you know, flight plan is already preloaded in the FMGS, or MCDU, if you will. And by the way, we'll be using a tool, freeware tool. It's linked below. It's called Toolbar Pushback, and I think that is a must-have. I haven't had to do pushback much, Sim fans. I've been flying the, as you know, I've been flying the Aero 3, and I've been flying the Coronado General Aviation aircraft. Don't really need to do pushback with that, but for tonight's flight, of course, we're going to have to do pushback, right? So, all right, Sim fans, so without further ado, let's jump in and let's get started. Here we are. How are the tunes? Are they a little too loud? Hopefully they're not too loud. Turn them down just a little bit here. All right, Sim fans, so, bear with me. I've done a few flights in this. Oh, Ben Schmidt. Ben, how are you doing, my friend? Ben, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. So glad you joined the stream tonight and subbed to our channel here, and definitely appreciate that, Ben. Great to see you, my friend. Thanks so much. So yeah, looks like the live weather is awful there. You know, Lucas, it is. It really is. You know, as all of you know, Microsoft Flight Simulator, like the weather engine's just a little bit behind. So I actually thought about doing a live weather, and I jumped in tonight, and it was thunderstorms and going crazy with lightning. I debated. I'm like, why not? Like, why don't we just go ahead for my first commercial flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator live streaming? Why don't we just launch it in a thunderstorm and see what happens? But I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go easy on myself. I'm playing it safe for this one, Sim fans. But we'll, you know, we always get crazy at times. We always get crazy. John Franco, thank you for the subscription, my friend. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate that very much. We're building this channel together, Sim fans, and very much appreciate it, John. Thank you. All right, so we're cold and dark, as they say, right? So we're cold and dark. So first thing we're going to do is, and by the way, I've got the Alpha Flight Controls, as many of you know. So I map the buttons, map your views. Don't forget to map your views, especially when you're in these complex aircraft, right? You always want to map your views. So you map your views, and let's see, John Franco, it's been in the 90s lately in Fort Hood, Texas, bearable humidity. Oh, hey John, it is humid here today in Iowa. And so yeah, good to know, John. Tunes are lovely. All right, Ben, hey, thank you, sir. All for you, man. So yeah, map your views, SimFans, map your views. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the batteries, right? So we're gonna turn on battery 1. You hear that click. Battery 2. And then we hear that beeping noise. All right, so, and I've got like a little bit of I made my own little custom checklist, right? So as I went through some of this stuff, now we're gonna connect the external power. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're gonna hear all kinds of clicks and noises. You know, we were in this Airbus thing that basically flies itself, right? So we're gonna hit the external power now. Right there it says available, so we should be good there. And then we'll hear, we'll hear the system start up. Kind of hear that airflow. That, by the way, is the cooling fans for all the avionics. So the fans are running now. And good to go there. Alrighty. Now we're going to go ahead. Now, I don't know. So go easy on me, guys, because I don't know if this is particularly exactly the steps to take. I'm not an Airbus pilot. But this is how we're going to get I'm going to do this. This is going to get us in the air and hopefully to Punta Gorda safely. So next thing we are going to do, SimFans, is we are going to start that APU. So now if we go on the outside here, there's Kyle. He's all ready to go. I think that's Kyle. Kyle, is that you? So you notice we don't have the APU. And what I like now, SimFans, is we actually have the particle system. Just like X-Plane, we've got the particle system here. Similar. I don't know if it's probably not exactly the same, but we're going to start our APU. Okay? So the reason I went outside so we can take a look at this. So first things first, we hit our master switch for APU, and we're going to go down here, take a look, see. I'm going to turn the lights up so we can see this. So notice now the flap's open. Now that's going to be in the back there, of course, and actually I'm going to get these lit up here a bit. By the way, if you're doing the A320NX fly-by-wire and you want to get a little bit of extra performance, I'd advise you to go ahead and turn the right displays off. It might give you a few frame rates better. Okay, so now we got those ready to go, and I'm also going to turn this up right here. Get that lit up. All right. So now that we got these going, the flap's open. So now we can go back up to our overhead panel, and we can start our APU. Now we're just going to go back down here, and we're going to see this start up. And you can see that starting to spin up there. We see the exhaust gas temperature, that's what EGT is. And then we see our N% going, climbing. Rojo, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, Rojo. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Cruising altitude. Good question. 350 tonight, Kyle. We'll be going to flight level 350, my friend. All right, so now let's go outside. Now you can see that particle system. You got the heat coming out and distorting, refracting light, if you will, of course, right? So there we go. That's loading up there. Another thing I really like to do too, SimFans, if this kind of drove me nuts, by the way, at first when I was trying to figure out, with the Airbus, it's like, how do you get to that darn external view, and how the hell do you map a key command or a button or something like that? There's still some improvements that need to be made by Asobo. So what I like to do is just go up here. I usually go to the outside view. Go to camera, and now fixed camera view. You want that wing view, wing 17. There we go, 17. Then you close that. Now all you got to do is, if you have a button mapped for, is that too loud? Is the music too loud, guys? Blando, how are you doing, Blando? Welcome, my friend. Blando, good to see you. Thank you for joining the stream tonight, my friend. How's the sound, guys? I don't want it to be too loud here. But anyway, if you have a key command or a button on your joystick mapped to doing your drone view, now watch. I can just flip back and forth to my wing view, right? So that's all there is to it. I don't want to tell you how long it took me to figure that one out, but that works. That'll do it for you. All right. So we got our APU going, all good to go. I know, Kyle. You're gonna see. You got that nice, nifty aircraft there that you're gonna have to fly a little lower if you want to fly with us tonight, right? All right. So we got that going. Now, the one thing I love about this, SimFans, I'm actually gonna turn that music down just a little bit more. I don't know. It's probably louder in my ear, in my headphones, than yours. I can't hear myself think. A lot of noise in here. All right. So anyway, what I do like about the Airbus, the fly-by-wire, is that with the Alpha Flight Controls, like out of the box, it works. So like I want to turn my nav lights on. So like check this out. So I'm going to flip my nav lights on. It already flips that switch. Okay, I mean it's the little things, right? It doesn't take a lot to amuse me, as you all know. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we got the nav lights on. And now we need to get our crew supplies. So you kind of work yourself from left to right. So notice this is off. I'm going to click that on. Crew supply on. It was definitely loud. Okay, Lucas, thank you. Yeah, I still need to, like you guys know, I need to go into normal. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the music off for now so we can talk. You know, got to be able to hear ourselves. So I've got the crew supply button. You're going to notice I'm a little slow at this right now because I haven't had a lot of practice. So bear with me. Go easy on me. I'm a tender soul, right? Not really. You guys are hard on me, and it's all good. All right, so we've got that set, SimFans. So we got the navigation, the crew supply. Now we're going to do our ADIR dials, and of course, this is for our navigation system. Okay, so we're going to hit for the ADIR 1 first. Then we're going to go ADIR 2, and then 3, and then we're going to, in just a minute here, we are going to see a battery. It should. There we go. On battery. Light up. All right. So now our navigation system is kind of like getting itself oriented, kind of like the Zebo. You know, we got that there too. Ben, your kids are excited to see me get airborne. All right. Okay. Well, thanks, buddy. Well, we'll put on the tunes again, Ben. You know, we'll get that going for you, my friend. We'll get that going. All right, so now we got the ADIRs lit, and so we got them set to nav, of course. So that's our navigation system, so that's getting going. I'm going to switch our strobe to auto. So we're just going to go right here. We're going to switch that right to auto. Okay, we're going to come back to that in a moment. And we're going to go ahead and turn on our no smoking sign. There it is. We'll just go ahead and turn it on. And then seatbelts are on, and then we're going to go ahead and do the emergency armed, ready to go there. Oh, APU bleed, probably should put that on. By the way, like I read this, I don't know if it's true, but like you should hear that going. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? So that's basically just the air conditioning going through. We're getting some air going, but I've read that the APU bleed for the real Airbus, and I don't know if this is true or not, but they say, yeah, start your master APU, but give it a few minutes before you turn the bleed on. So I don't know if that's true or not, just something I read, you know, whatever. And then we got to extinguish all the lights. So we got to turn our left tank pumps on, our center tank pumps on, and our right tank pumps on. There we go. Nice on the arrow. Kyle, I'm just doing clear, buddy. Just clear for tonight. It was like crazy storming, and I'm just like, let's just do clear for tonight. You know, go easy on the first commercial flight. So that's what I got. Let's see. Okay, we got so any white lights, no white lights. And then we're going to test our engine, basically, for our fire alarms. Engine 1, Engine 2. And finally, we're going to test the APU. All looks good. Okay. Good deal. Barometer, we're going to be at 29.92. That's our pressure. So there's two spots for the SimFans. We got it right up here. And we also have it right here with our compass there and our attitude indicator. So you notice there it's 29.92, and there's a barometer switch there, and then of course the switch up here for 29.92. So, and we can double check that if we just go here to ATIS with tune Des Moines. And that should come in at 29.92. There it is, 29 or 9 or 2. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll pretend we're going to do ATC the whole time, so we'll request IFR. Clearance. By the way, flight director now with the latest. I should have mentioned this before. So we are flying tonight, SimFans.
Punta Gorda Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 23 climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.6
Okie dokie. Thank you. Read that back, and then we'll just ignore them for the rest of the flight. Don't we wish we could do that? No, we don't wish we could do that in real life. Like you say, Kyle, I got to get on Pilot Edge one of these days, and we'll do Pilot Edge. All right, there we go, SimFans. There we go. They're going to say read back is correct. Okay, good deal. So the EFIS panel, we already talked about that. We got the pressure altitude set. By the way, so what I was going to just mention, SimFans, we are doing the development edition of the FlyByWire A320NX. So if you want the development edition, you will have to go to FlyByWire site. I've got a link below, and actually do the installer and then pick development. You know, as well as I know, you can get this aircraft now, which is super cool. You can get this in the marketplace in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now be aware though, that will be the stable version. So this is actually the development version of the aircraft. 0 Delta 9 Foxtrot 1 Delta Foxtrot. That's the version of this development aircraft. I think the stable version is 061 or something like that. So anyway, something to be aware of. But the link is, check it out, it's just right down below. Not like I could see that, right? Okay, sorry I'm taking so long, but you know, I'm just we're taking our time. But one thing about our channel is like we play it cool. So all right, check the fuel ECAM page. So we're gonna check the fuel. We should have enough fuel, but we just go down here. So this is our ECAM, and so we go here. We can go to fuel, and then we can see we have 20,940 pounds, which is going to be plenty for our flight tonight, SimFans. And we'll get a little more technical. I promise you, we'll get more technical on this later. I just wanted to get us up in the air for tonight, and we'll get. Hey, by the way, do you like my new shirt? I thought this was appropriate for us SimFans, right? Loading. Anyway, now we got to prepare the aircraft. Now, here's where the tool, the pushback tool, comes in. So I think this is kind of, actually I got to switch back. So we're just going to go back to our external camera. Let's go. Let me see. Let me find it. Hold on. We'll go with that. There we go. Okay, SimFans. So now let's go ahead and start loading our aircraft up while we get the rest of it. So what happens is when you add the pushback tool, it will actually add this toolbar button here. What's really nice about this, you can see your parking brake. So our parking brake is on. And the other thing that's nice is you click on aircraft. Now we can say, all right, well, let's bring our fuel truck up if we want. Power, catering. So let's say, well, we need our catering, and that's going to automatically, as you can see, open our aft catering door. And then baggage, we go ahead and click that. Now we got the baggage compartment opening up, and these guys, it's kind of cool because these tow trucks, they come up and then they just start loading that aircraft up, and you actually see luggage loading up here. Let's see, John Franco, when I flew back with Omni Air International last week, they were cheap. They had to diagnose a door issue before we left. They didn't have any cabin AC going. Oh, that had to be miserable, John. I'll tell you, that had to be. Ben, when can we buy your merch? Soon, my friend. Soon, I hope. Soon, my friend. Kyle, I'm in CJ4, but I'm actually to your left, so I don't know. Okay, buddy. Well, weird. You know, that's a thing, Kyle, that we've seen before. Yeah, sometimes at Microsoft still with the multiplayer stuff, they throw in like just some sort of random livery, but it seems like maybe a random aircraft too. But here we go. Oh, he had to adjust. But now you're going to see the bags start loading up in our aircraft here, SimFans, which is kind of cool. Yep, there we go. We actually have, and it actually it comes off of here too. If you look, like the bags actually disappear. you guys probably know this. I haven't done a lot of this flying yet, so it's kind of neat. But anyway, pick that up. Again, link below is this toolbar pushback utility. It's absolutely free. Hey, a big shout out to Ambitious Pilots. They are the one that developed that toolbar. There's our fuel guy. He's coming over and get us loaded up. Okay, let's keep going. So you can see our cargo doors, they're open too, so that shows up on the eCam page, which is nice. All right, let's get to the MCDU, and I'll try to speed things up because I know I am talking an awful lot, probably too much. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit the INET button. So initialization button. Cost index for tonight is, I believe, 5. Kyle, like I said, our cruise altitude is 350, so we're going to plug that in there, and it'll automatically put the temperature in there, SimFans. Our from to, as you can see, is already KDSM to KPGD. Again, that's in Florida. Flight number, we're going to go with AAY. That's for Allegiant, and 642. We're just going to use that, and we'll plug that in. What the heck just happened there? AAY642, got our cost index, cruise, good to go. Now let's hit our flight plan. So here's where we're going to look. And so now we notice this is where our runway is, and we can scroll through here. And one of the things that you'll want to do, SimFans, is you'll want to switch this from arc to plan. And I like to go out to 20 miles, 20 nautical miles, and then we're going to switch back over here. And you just hit these. This is where it's like, to me, it's backwards from the Boeing. But if we just click this up arrow, it'll take us through. Now watch this map here. It'll take us through this route. And so you can see this is our route. So you just kind of want to check that out before flying, and it looks pretty good. All right, so then once you're done checking that out, making sure everything looks good, throw that back to arc, throw that back to 10, and we should be good to go there. By the way, there's the vertical navigation isn't really there yet with this aircraft, so I'm just going to say that right out front. So if you're expecting this aircraft to fly like the Boeing, where it'll ascend and it'll follow, everything. You notice I don't have the altitudes or the speeds plugged in here, but like the altitudes are, but it doesn't necessarily follow that. And so the vertical navigation still needs some work. It's known. There's some utilities. We're going to do some manual descent profiling. We're going to do some math later on to get this bird back down to the ground. No big deal there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we've got our flight plan checked out. There is a way, actually, SimFans, also to pull this stuff in right from SimBrief. I didn't do that tonight for you, but that you can do that. You can actually connect your flight management computer right to SimBrief and pull in your information and details from that. That's pretty cool. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on Fuel Pred. So this button right here, and we got to click on this once. It's going to put this in our scratch pad, and then once again, so our zero fuel weight. And that is all plugged in and programmed. Center gravity is 21.6, as you can see. So that is all set. Now we're going to go to the INET button. We're going to click our right arrow. We're going to enter our block fuel. Now you're not going to see this, but I'm going to jump in. I did a SimBrief plan, and I'm going to pull that up here quick. Our block fuel tonight, SimFans, is flight planner. There we go. Times and weights. By the way, our block time is 2 hours and 51 minutes, so it's a 3-hour flight tonight, SimFans. So get your get your Red Bull, I guess. Our block fuel is 22.6, so we're going to plug that in. 22.6, 2.6, and then we're just going to tap that, and there we go. All right. Again, this is a pretty simplified setup here. We'll do a more in-depth one later on. So we got that done. Block fuel's in. Now we're going to go to the progress button, and just kind of check things out. So notice here it says like your optimum flight level is flight level 390. So Kyle, we could get a little higher with you if you wanted, but we're going to be flying at 350. That's what we've been cleared for. Now we're going to go to our performance. And so now we need to set our V1, VR. VR's rotate, right? V2. Once you're past V2, you're not coming back. So you're committed to takeoff, right? So here we're going to have to say, we got to set our flaps. Now I'm not going to mess with this flex to temp. Now when I've been doing the Tolus Airbus in X-plane, I'll usually set that flex to temp, but for this, we're just gonna put in one for the main flaps one slash, and we can just enter that in there. That's important to enter in there, SimFans. Otherwise, you can't click to do the V1, which is 126. VR is 127. You gotta click these twice because it puts in your scratch pad, and then you click it again, then it gets plugged in there. Makes sense? Makes sense. All right, so we got that set. Transition altitude, we can't forget that. This is saying 10,000 was. We know in the US of A, our standard transition altitude is at 18,000 feet, flight level 180. All right. Well, SimFans, I think we're about ready. Okay. Actually, I need to set the altitude too. So we're going to set this over on our ATIS panel. So that's at 30. That's at 35,000 feet. So that's flight level 350. Captain Matty, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream, Captain Matty. Good to see you. Good to see you. How's Josiah, Captain Matty? All right. And let's say we got to set our runway heading. So we're leaving from runway 230. So we're going to go ahead and get this set. I can do this, by the way, on the Bravo Throttle Quadrant, but it just takes too long. So I just go up here. If there's major changes, I love the fact that I can do it. There's a switch here, and you can set it, you know, and go, but it's just a little faster doing it here, to be honest. They continue to make improvements on that, but all good. All right, it's time to remove the ground services, SimFans. So let's check where we're at there. So everybody's good. So everybody's removed. So we're all good to go. All right, let's get this set. Let's get this back to our showcase. Actually, our external. No, showcase. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay, so we look good there. Let's get back in the cockpit. All right, remove ground services. They're all good. IFR clearance we already got. I'm going to go ahead and turn the beacon light on so we can take a look at that. So beacon light on. Now we see the beacon light coming on. That means we're ready for pushback, SimFans. I just heard... Who started up the Warrior, or the Arrow? Sorry, Warrior's not out yet. V1 at 126 light bird today, for sure, John. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Okay, so beacon lights on, ground services. We need to request pushback. So again, the cool thing about this is we just go up here, we go to pushback, and we go ahead and say start pushback. I'm going to go ahead and release the parking brake. I'm going to do that on my Bravo Throttle Quadrant, and we'll say start pushback. And if we go back out here, we can see he's going to get us going. Good to hear Josiah's fine. Good deal, Captain Matty. Awesome. All right. The other cool thing about this, SimFans, is you can use your rudder pedals to control the direction of the pushback tug. So kind of nifty there. All right, I think we're ready. So we're gonna go ahead and hit reverse, and here we go. And we're gonna go 2-3. So see, I'm actually using my rudder pedals here. But SimFans, this is free. You got to get it. I mean, you seriously, if you don't have it already, you've got to get it. Again, it's linked below. And so we're just gonna keep pushing back here, pushing back. All right, now we can start bringing our aircraft to the right. Honestly, I like better pushback in X-plane than this, but hey, I'll take this though. I'll take this. For free, and so is better pushback, right? So, all right, hold. All right, we got him stopped. Now we can say in pushback, we're gonna set our parking brake again. That's all there is to it, SimFans. And there he goes. Thank you, Mr. Pushback Guy. or girl, gal. Okay, I think we're about ready. We got the pushback done, and parking brake is set. All right, let's start these engines. Sounds good. Sounds good, Kyle. All right, so we gotta get these. So first things first, we gotta hit ignition, and then engine 1. So you can hear that the you hear this when you fly for real, right? So you hear those fans kick off, and we can hear the. Let's take a listen. Pretty good sounds too. But yeah, when you get those packs off. This aircraft is so easy to start. It's like, I remember the first time I started. Now I've flown the Airbus. I've got the, as many of you know, I've got the Airbus A319 from Tolis on X-Plane. I haven't been flying the Airbus much, but these aircraft, it's almost like they're too simple. Like, it just confuses me because it's like, there's got to be more I need to be doing. There's got to be more. What am I missing? No, you're not missing anything. It's just they're pretty much auto. Now we go on the outside here. Should be able to see that our engine started up here. All right, so let's go ahead, and one thing we need to check is once that's done, we'll go up here, and as long as, so notice the Gen 2 over here says fault, because no power is coming from that engine. But now we know our left engine is started all right because that light's out, right? So that's extinguished. So now we're ready to go with engine number 2. So we just hit that. And we are going to get ready for engine number 2. We'll switch over there. Lucas, that's the Piper next to us. Awesome. Awesome. That Piper next to you is me. Hey, Lucas, this is going to be fun, my friend. Let's see if that baby can keep up. Maybe you can do like a trick that Aviation Spotter's done. And, you know, put like 200 mile an hour tailwind on you. You know, you'll keep up. We go here, we can see the engines on the, of course we're lighting the right one right now. Left one's already started. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's see. So watch this. You'll hear a click, and that'll mean our generator's kicked in for our right engine this time. There it is. There it falls off. It's good stuff. Okay, so what do we got? So now we got those started. Now that our generators are going, we can turn off our APU, right? Generator 2's on, engine mode select. Oh, we got to first set this to normal. So we got to go back down here, set this to normal. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to do is turn our APU bleed off. So we're going to go ahead. We don't need the APU bleed anymore because our engine's providing that air. And then once that's off, we can turn off our APU master switch. And again, if you want to look at where that's at, you can go down to the eCam page. And then we can easily switch back over to the APU. And now we'll be able to see that that will shut down. That flap will close. And we'll be good to go there. Runway turn-off lights to be on. Again, this is something I love about the Alpha Flight Controls. I'm just going to hit my taxi light. For those of you that have the Alpha Flight Controls, you just hit that. Notice that turns on both the runway turn-off lights and it sets it to taxi, not takeoff. So that's awesome. All right, and now we got to set our auto brake to max. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So that is right here. You can see that, zoom in there. There's max, so we're good there. All right, and just checking everything. Got that set to max. Speed brake. Oh yeah, speed brake is set to arm. We got to pull up on that lever. You see that white under there? You know you're good to go there. And now we're gonna finally and check out the Bravo throttle quadrant because now we're gonna set this to 1, flaps 1. Oh, how great is that? There, those flaps come down to flaps 1. 3 flap settings, by the way, in this aircraft. And PWS switch, we need to get to auto, so we're going to go down here, PWS right here, switch to auto. That is set. I think we're ready to taxi. Here we go, SimFans, ready to go? Park and brake off. Hey, Aviation, welcome, welcome. Thanks, Aviation. No problem, my friend. No problem whatsoever. Let's go ahead and kick on the track IR. I love this thing, as many of you know. Just love this thing. Now we're going to go mosey on over. Sorry, don't mean to make you sick. We're going to go ahead and mosey on over to runway, and I'm going to zoom in. Use your resources, SimFans. Hey, there's no shame in using the VFR map to get your situational awareness going. You know, I mean, like the modern aircraft these days, they all have the tablets, they have this stuff, so just figure that's what it is. And this, as a matter of fact, there is an EFB here that you can turn on. I don't think that causes too many reduction in frame rates, but I'm going to leave it off for now. And I'd like to just check, make sure that spoilers, ailerons, everything are working like they should. As we mosey on over to runway 23. That'll be our takeoff runway today. Sounds good, Aviation. No worries, buddy. No worries. I've been taking a little extra time tonight. For one, I'm not as familiar with this aircraft. I have flown it a couple times to prepare for tonight's SimFan, so it's not like we're doing this for the first time, although I did consider that being, like, could add some fun and you all could have a blast, you know, just making fun of me. But I thought, you know what, I don't want to embarrass myself too much, you know. Not too much. Some's good. Alright, so we're going to hold short. Hold the short line here, and there we have her. Oh, look at that. Good to see you back there, Lucas. Lucas is ready. For some reason, Lucas, your prop isn't spinning for me. That's odd. Okay, so we're ready to go. I'm always turn your parking brake back on, you know, when you go through these pre-takeoff checklists. So strobe light is on. So again, I'm going to use my Alpha Flight Controls. So throw the strobes on. So those are actually going to be set. Next thing we have is landing lights, of course. So those come on. Landing lights are on. We got a call to forward. So here you hear this all the time when you fly for real. Right? Calls forward. TCAS switch to TARA. So go down here. TARA. That's this over here. Got that set for the TCAS. That stands for Traffic Collision Avoidance System. And then we're going to go ahead and hit the chrono button to start our time. I'll put it down there. And I like to start it over here as well. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to hit that so that starts. So that's just going to basically be our time. So as we're getting ready to take off, we'll be ready to go. By the way, you probably can't see this. So one thing I do like about the Airbus Throttle Pack for the Bravo Throttle Quadrant is you can't see it, but it actually has these markers for the indentation. So it clicks when you go to climb, clicks, flex, take off, go around. So I think that's kind of nice. Oh, thank you. Lock the cock. Okay, thank you. Let's do that. Aviation. There we go. Good deal. All right. Okay, I think we're about ready. So let's see. Aviation, say turn your SRS on. Safety restraint system. I don't. Where's that at? That's not on my checklist, dude. All right, well, we'll do that once we get in the air and hopefully not die. Okay, because I think people are ready to go, so let's go. Track hour back on. Parking brake off. I think I saw Kyle out there. Or somebody's out there. Holy crap, we got all kinds of people around. We'll just mosey on by that GA aircraft. All right, here we go, SimFans. So we're gonna do 50% to run these engines up, and then we're gonna go toga. So, ready to go? All right, I'm just gonna do one last check here. All right, well, I think we're ready to go. Oh, sorry, weather radar. Hold on. Weather. Set it to 1. Oh. Thank you, sir. Got it. Got it. Thank you, Aviation. Aviation is a Airbus veteran, I think. All right, here we go, SimFans. So we're going to go 50% on the throttles. And then we're going to go toga, release parking brakes. Now we're going to watch for the V1 and rotate. There we go, ready. We're going to pull back on the stick. All right. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Now we're going to wait for that to say, oh, there he goes. Wow, look at that aircraft taking off so fast. Alright, so now we want to set to lever climb. So we're going to drop this back. 1, 2. There we go. Alright. Alright, now that's set. Let's go ahead and select our autopilot. And let's watch for flaps up. Once we get to the S here, then we're going to put our flaps up. We can go ahead and disarm our speed brake now. So we're going to drop that down. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I think I'm good. We're going to do the up arrow on the manage mode, so it goes ahead. Now notice it takes that dash line out and makes it solid. So now we know our navigation is set. Alright, now we need to put our flaps up. So flaps go up. Oh yeah! Beautiful KDSM right behind us there. I mean, honestly, there's no way that aircraft is going that fast. So you guys are insane. You guys are nuts. Obviously, you know, the one thing I still like about X-Plane, you got the flyby cam, right? And I like the camera controls better, but hey, you know what? It's all good. Let's drop back down here to our flight management computer. Let's go to flight plan, and we're going to Janie. So that's where we're going. I'm going to switch this to 40 so I can see farther out from where we're at. Speed bug. Thank you, sir. Alright, we're coming up on 10,000 feet. Of course, we want to turn off our landing lights. And there we go. What the hell? Seriously, how? Okay, you know what? With you guys, I have just learned not to ask questions. Just don't ask questions, because you know. I know you sim fans are just going to be, you know, doing crazy things. Lucas, someone's got to tell him I'm in a MiG. Oh, that's what you're in. That's right. You said that, Lucas. You said that. You're in a MiG. That's hilarious. That's why. That's why. I got you, buddy. I got you. Roger. So we got our altitude. Oh, we got to get altitude set too. There we go. Manage mode on the altitude. Okay. Am I forgetting anything? Aviation. I mean, you're the Airbus guru here. I mean, I'm just like, this is my first live stream flight here. So let me know if I'm missing something. Yeah, I figured that much, aviation. No worries, man. Got it set. Am I forgetting anything else? I mean, I see the manage mode dots all lit up here, so I think we're good there. You ever have to use the AP2? And maybe that's on approach. I found I tried using AP2 and my ILS was all screwed up when I did that, when I did one of the test flights. So I might do a quick, review on that before we land, just to make sure we're going to get the full ILS intercept and everything. We got plenty of time for that, though. Plenty of time. Look at that. See, I wish I could move my camera. Like when we're in the general aviation, I can move my camera to check that out. But that would, Lucas, that explains it. That's why your prop isn't going, because you are a jet. That's awesome. Only use AP2 for auto land? Alright, buddy. Okay. $5 miles? Oh. Where are you, Kyle? I'm looking for you. Hold on. Now everybody's like jumped ahead. Until Asobo fixes this so we can actually see the nameplates. I can actually map a frickin' button to this. Right? Just annoying as all. Oh, there we go. There you are, Summer Kyle. Tipbird, look at you. Tipbird, I didn't realize you were flying. And we got Aviation Spotter back there. Hey, and then of course we got Lucas. Good to see all of you guys. Very, very good. Very, very good. Hey, Corey, how you doing, my friend? Glad to see you on the stream. Welcome, Corey. Glad you could join us tonight. Yeah. Well, Corey, look. Loading. I figured this would be, for a sim pilots, that this was an appropriate. So I got a new shirt. So my wife got me this shirt to stream in. She actually, for Father's Day, I got 3 different shirts. I got 3 new shirts for you guys. So I'll be wearing those. So yeah, good thing you know who the pilot is, right? That's great. My aircraft, at least for now. I don't know. Uh-oh, Kyle got timed out. Kyle, what did you do? Kyle, what did you do? Nightbot timed you out, my friend. I adjusted Nightbot last, I don't know, was it a couple weeks ago we did a live stream, and I adjusted. Did you do all caps, or what was it that time? Oh, it's the symbols. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. All right, hey Corey, just stay tuned, my friend, and I will be definitely be providing that for all of you. Yeah, I've got a couple other shirts. One was a red shirt. Jesus, guys. So a red shirt, and it just, there was like a tiny like logo of a commercial jet, which would have been a great one for tonight. But the thing was, like, honestly, like I almost got to stand up here. It was like down here, and I'm like, that's never gonna fit on the camera. I mean, I could probably zoom out and adjust the angle of my webcam, but I'm just like, but my wife found another one that I liked even better. So it's on its way. So I actually have 2 shirts, a 3rd shirt coming, which will work because if I do stream Saturday, I gotta give you all an update on the Saturday thing. But yeah, I'll be rotating them. Corey, my friend. SimFans, you're the greatest. You really are. You're just the greatest. let's see. What should we talk about? Let's talk about you know, because like, well, we're not at cruise yet, you know, but let's take a look. See. So we got here KPGD 04. So we should be getting that at that SimFans at 1516, just to give you an idea. If you're wondering, see our APU's off. We probably should set this to like engine or fuel. But anyway, so we got our seatbelts, no smoking. We're above 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn off our seatbelt. Let's let all of you roam around the cabin. So please feel free to do so. I'm going to turn off the seatbelts, and do feel free to roam around the cabin, everybody. You know, we've got. I forgot to hit the standard pressure. There we go, standard. So yeah, we got almost at 28,000 feet, so we only have another 7,000 feet to go. And you know, you just leave that and climb, and we're good. I mean, how this aircraft is. I'll be interested to know all the things I missed, aviation. Like I say, I did enough to practice this up to be able to take off and hopefully get everybody safely to the ground at Florida. We'll see, so stay tuned. But actually, you know what? I really shouldn't say this, because everybody, I'm going to say this, and then I will guarantee you, if I don't land this aircraft right, we're going to see something from Aviation Spotter, and he's going to have a clip of me saying, right now, I have had better, I haven't done too bad landing this one, as opposed to the Zebo. And I used to do the Zebo very well, but as many of you saw, I really started sucking at it for some reason. Landing, that is. But I did a few practice flights in this, and I'd have to say, some fans, I didn't do too shabby, so now I just jinxed it. So I'm screwed. If you go to the EFB, there'll be a TOD calculator. I think you really need it if you don't have a calculator. I was just going to do the manual method, aviation, like math in the head type thing. But let's check that out. Let's go over here. If we click on that, that'll bring this guy up. So let's take a quick look here. Performance, I'm guessing. Current altitude. What do I do? Sync. All right. Target altitude is. I don't know, I've never tried this. Top of descent calculator. I probably have to get to the cruising altitude, right? Yeah, no kidding. The A320 does tend to float for sure. Aviation for sure, buddy. So my target altitude. Oh, this is okay. This is cool. So 3 degrees. All right, I think I got it. So we'll come back to that. Can you turn this off? I haven't actually figured out how to turn this damn thing off. Like once you have it on, can you not turn it off? It's probably like somewhere that's just like obvious, and I'm totally missing it. Like there. There we go. Go figure. Okay, got it figured out. See, that's where it helps me to be about 20 seconds be ahead of all of you, so I can kind of figure it out before you all tell me. Hey, dummy, it's right there. It's the little electric bolt. Yeah, for sure, aviation figured that much. Don't change the angle. Yeah, well, that's pretty much a standard angle of anything, right? 3 degrees, your descent angle. Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Awesome. That's great. Thanks, aviation. I haven't tried that, but good to know. We'll try it tonight. I'm going to turn off, just for a moment, SimFans, I'm going to turn off the nameplates just to add to some of the immersion here. So we're going to do that, apply and save. Boy, Asobo really has to allow us to map those, don't they? Actually, wow, for once I knew something you did in aviation. I just figured it out, too. It's this little button right here, the little lightning bolt for power, I assume. So dude, honestly, I just figured that out. I've been flying this a couple times. I'm like, where the hell do you turn off? It was right there, that little yellow lightning bolt. See, that's what it's all about. We help each other out, right? By the way, Sim fans, cheers to all of you. Cheers, cheers. Hey, thank you for smashing that thumbs up button. Appreciate that. What should be our goal tonight? You guys impressed the hell out of me last time, because like I was like, oh, let's go for 15 likes, and like before I knew it, we were at like 21 or something like that. What should be our goal? I mean, we're already at 8. We've seen people pop in and out of here. Should we shoot for 15 again? Have 15 be our goal for our likes? Let's go for 15 again. Seems to be a good number to target. Yeah, oh, can you guys hear my phone? Just going nuts here. I had fish tonight, Sim fans. I'm not a big fish fan. I mean, you know, if it's like super fresh, you know, like if you're at a seafood restaurant, we're going to Florida, so I guess this is appropriate. If you go to like, you get fresh seafood, like fresh fish, I'm a fan of that. But, you know, we're Sam's Club members, and it's not bad, but you get these cod fillets, and they're not breaded or anything, and, you know, you thaw them out, and it's okay, but I'm not a huge fish fan. And I love shellfish, like shrimp and, oh my gosh, lobster. Love lobster. Lobster, shrimp, crab, all that stuff is absolutely delicious, but just like fish, I don't know. Like, I mean, fresh walleye, you know, for freshwater, I mean, that's decent, but I want it breaded and fried. But yeah, unless it's like super fresh, like it was just caught today, I'm not a huge fish fan. But anyway, had fish tonight, and you know, it's kind of one of those things where it's, you know, I've been kind of trying to watch my weight. I used to be like 200, believe this or not, I was 225 pounds. I'm down to about 179, 178. I'm kind of hanging around there. But, so I kind of try to watch the carbs. Is that right, Kyle? No, Lucas, it really isn't. Hey, although there's a really good, they fly to Des Moines where we just took off. They fly in fresh seafood every day. There's a restaurant, I think it's still around. Oh, shoot, I just lost the name of it. If Ben's still around, he's an Iowa boy. He could probably tell us. I'm trying to remember now. But there's a seafood place downtown Des Moines, and they fly in seafood every day. And they're one of those like fancy restaurants where you have like one sheet that your menu's on. You know, oh crap. No, see, I messed it up because I put this up here. But anyway, yeah. So there is some fresh seafood, believe it or not. Give me 1 sec. I gotta fix this. This is my highly technical way of fixing this white balance issue with my cheapo webcam. Hold on. You're gonna love this. See, this is highly technical. Took a lot of coding. 1 sec. And we're back. Honest to God, that does it. I used to go into OBS and start thinking with the white balance and the auto balance and adjust it, and it would kind of help, but then I'd get too dark. I'm like, screw it. And one time I was like, I think one of our streams, I got up, I went to go grab a drink, and I sat back down, I'm like, holy shit, everything looks better now. So that's my highly technical fix for the lighting on my webcam. I want to get a new one. I have a new build set. Actually, Ace is down. Aces isn't with us yet, you know, our mod, but he actually picked up the very PC that I have been eyeing for probably the past 2 months, and he said what he got, and I said, oh, is it this? And I sent him a link, and he goes, yeah, that's exactly it. I go, yeah, that's the one I've been talking about that I've been waiting for you know, a couple months, and it came in stock on B&H, and he'll have to tell the story though. He's a little frustrated with the delivery. I'll let him tell the story, but anyway, I want to build. I can't get the components, as many of you know. You can't buy the stupid GPUs yet. You'll be able to next year, I'm sure, but right now you can't. And who's that right ahead of us? Can't tell now. It's probably our F-15. It's probably Lucas. But yeah, so one of those things where, you know, I'm like, I still want to build my own. So what I've done is, like, if you go to CyberPower PC or Origin PC, and what's the other one? Digital Storm and iBuyPower. Oh, there's so many of them. But they actually have the cards. This one has a 3070 Ti. The 3070 Ti, from what I can tell, it's not worth it. it's not worth the extra money, let me put it that way, over the regular standard 3070. However, if I go and I purchase my builds, because I want the Corsair IQ A4000 case, and in the memory, I want to do the IQ cooler and all that stuff. So I'm like picking the pieces I want. But it's like an extra $221 for the 3070 Ti, and I'm just like, it only gives you like from what I've seen, it's like 5 to 8, maybe 10% tops better performance than the standard 3070. It's like $221 more, at least on CyberPower PC site. So I'm like, I don't know. But then when I switched it to the 3070 standard, okay, I saved $221, but it's actually going to make me wait another 4 weeks. So it's like the lead time now is in August. I think it was like August when I did it yesterday. It was like August 22nd or something like that. So it's basically 2 months out. And then I started thinking about, like, I've got my 1080 here. It's been working. Knock on wood. It's been working. I can wait. So it's one of those things like, well, do I spend the extra $221 and I can get it by the end I can get it like July 26, and I have the 3070 Ti. But it was just shy of 3,000, so I was just like, after taxes. Oh my gosh! So I still haven't pulled the trigger, but we'll have Aces tell his story when he gets in chat. Uh-oh, Lucas, your engine's surging? Oh no! Alan, your 3060 Ti, you like it? Do you like it? That's cool. Just what I would like. If I'm looking at 3070 Ti, it doesn't seem like it's worth an extra $221, right? It's like for 5 to 8%. I mean, okay, you could argue 5 to 8%. I'll probably just buy it. Damn it, screw it. But it's the AMD 5900X, which I've been wanting, and 32 gigs of memory. Got pretty good. I don't know. I mean, RGB. That's to everybody. Some people just think it's a gimmicky thing. Some people like it. At first, when I like the computer I have now, it had RGB. I'm like, I really don't care. And now I've come to like it, actually. I think it's kind of neat. And so, especially when your case is all nice and clean and you do cable management and everything, I think it's kind of neat to have the different colors and stuff. But that's teach their own there, right? What a coincidence. That's my birthday. What's your birthday, Aviation? July or August? August 22nd? July 26th? So maybe that's what I should do. I should just say, hey, I tell my wife, it's like, hey, you know what? I got to buy it. I got to get it, and, because it's Aviation's birthday, so I can help him celebrate by having a new computer built. I already got the WAF. You guys know what the WAF is, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Kyle, on the 3080, but dude, if you're not running, I'm not running a 4K monitor, so you're kind of wasting it on a 3080, as far as I know, I mean, but, there's something to be said about, that'll get you, that'll get you the long run, and especially if you want to do multiple monitors, of course, right? If you're doing multiple monitors, I just have the single Alienware 34 inches, many of you know. It's a 1440, 3440 by 1440, and so, July 26, awesome. Shoot, that means I should pull the trigger. I should just buy the 3070 Ti, I guess, right? Aviation. Is that what you're saying, my friend? What do you guys think about flying high in the sky here with Microsoft Flight Simulator? That is correct, Kyle, my friend. The wife approval factor is exactly right, my buddy. Exactly right. If we still had Corey Johns on here, Benjamin, Corey, I if you're still out there, I don't know if you're still connected or not, but I think you should chime in on this. You're an IT. You should chime in. Should I go with the 3070 Ti, or should I save $221, or the rest of you? What do you guys think? Should I save the $220 and wait 4 weeks? I mean, you guys see how this is performing. I think it's performing all right. What do you guys think? I think it's all right. I can wait another 4 weeks. I can wait 8 weeks. Should I do that, save the $220, or should I just say, screw it, get the 3070 Ti and get it by Aviation's birthday? Dude, so John, I'm the same way, dude. My birthday's in December as well. Yeah, you kind of get screwed. John, I'm with you, buddy. Yeah, it's like the worst time. My birthday's actually closer to Christmas than yours. So yeah, it's always as a kid. It's just like, oh yeah, my birthday. I get like, it's like, as you're a kid, you're just. It's like, okay, I got like 1 or 2 small gifts, which is, should honestly be happy for and thankful. But when you're a kid, you don't understand that as well. But by now, go big. For some reason, Kyle, I knew you would say that, buddy. I had a feeling that you would be saying that, my friend. Yeah. Oh, aviation, of course you do. That's because I have a feeling you changed your tailwind to suit what you need to do, and that's fine, buddy. But I gotcha. Kyle says, get it early. Kyle, you're going to fly. You guys at your flight level 450 and your high altitude flying. I mean, we should be going 390, I guess, but. You go right ahead, my friend. You go right ahead. And you'll beat us there, I'm sure. You'll beat us there. I don't even see you guys anyway. I don't put the nameplates back on. John, in December on Christmas gifts, yeah. You are doing live weather? So hey, aviation, if you're doing live weather, when you took off from Des Moines, was it storming? Was it like lightning and thundering and heavy rain? Because I was going to do live weather tonight, and I didn't want to tempt fate. I'm like, you know what? I don't have much practice in this bird. And as easy as it is, I still wanted to kind of play it semi-safe and for the first flight live streaming. See, you guys got to understand something, right? So, when you're live streaming, every mistake is recorded. Everything that you do wrong or you don't know, and you guys get this, right? But it's like everything's recorded, and so you try to, at least for me, I try to limit, the amount of times that I might look like a fool, for the lack of a better term. but it's kind of fun too, because then you have people like aviation that'll. By the way, aviation, do you have that compilation together yet? Because what we're going to do is aviation does like to poke fun at me, and rightfully so. But aviation came up with a great idea. It's like, well, we should live stream the compilation and get my reaction, because I have no idea what this compilation he's working on now has. So I think it's great. The one he did before, check it out. It's in my video collection. He sent it to me. I posted it. It's great. But we're gonna do a live stream. So like the first time, I promised him that I would not watch it, because of course he's got to give it to me so I can put it up on the YouTube channel. And so I promised that I wouldn't watch it before, and I would do a live stream watching it for the first time, so you all could see like my expression. And I'm sure it'll be funny. I'm sure it'll poke fun at me, as it should. So watch for that. That'll be coming. I don't know when aviation's gonna be ready with that, but it takes time. And so we'll check that out. It won't be like a Thursday or Saturday night live stream we do it. We'll do it like a special thing, like, during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, something. I don't know. By the way, SimFans, have you been okay with me doing the weekly top 5 announcements during the week instead of Sundays? I found that Tuesday seems to be pretty good. Kind of space between the live streams and the posts. I've got gotten more hits on it, and so it seems to be better actually putting it out there during the week. Tuesday or Wednesday seems to be better anyway. So hopefully that's all right. John, as long as sure, go for it. But I'm awful careful when I'm on, as you know, when I'm on Captain Canada site. I try not to like plug my channel. I don't really say, hey, this is, I might drop a few things. Like I mentioned, you might have heard this, John. And again, appreciate the question, my friend. But I don't know if you're on that live stream. I can't remember if you were on that one. But I asked Captain Canada. I'm like, hey, Captain Canada, when are you going to jump over to our live stream here, with SimFanatic? And check it out. And he said, and I believe him, John, and the rest of you, I believe he will. He said, I need to do that. I'll do that. I'll do that at some point. I'll hop in. So I'm just kind of like waiting for him to jump in. I'll be floored. I really, he's actually an inspiration to me. I really do like him. I've supported his channel for probably, it's almost been 2 years now. So if you see me, you know, he's got the 1 band, 2 band, 3 band, 4 band for like, you know, first officer, pilot, and seniority and stuff like that. But T-Mac, how you doing? T-Mac is a Captain Canada fan. T-Mac, see you on there as well. T-Mac, see John Franco, he's in here. Say hi to John. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, John. I mean, if you want, as long as you don't think that'll, I mean, I always kind of try to be careful of the ethics of this stuff, and so I try not to say too much, but feel free, dude. I mean, I definitely appreciate it as long as you think it's all right. Thank you for asking that. That's cool. No, again, this is a channel for all of us, you know, and so this is, I mean, as you can tell, you know, we've got several flying with us. John, I don't know if you know this or not or heard it. The first Saturday of every month, we do a fly-in. We do a multiplayer fly-in. Last time we did Discord. I had for those that were flying, they jumped into our voice channel. And do check out the Discord server, Aviation, or maybe Blando if he's still here. Maybe pop the Discord. It's in the details below, but do check out Discord. Join Discord. But we did a voice, and it worked out. It worked out pretty well. I mean, there's some things that we need to, you know, improve on. And then we jumped in after that stream and talked about some things for the next time to improve upon it. You know, it was our first time, but I thought it wasn't the first multiplayer. It was the first time on Discord voice. But anyway. So this is a channel for all of us. So yeah. Oh my gosh! Watching from my barracks room in Poland. Wow, cool, man. I think, right? That's cool. God, I never watched Captain Canada. I thought about putting a link to his channel. Yeah, he's entertaining. It's not cumulonimbus clouds because I'm breaking out. Oh, I got you, John. Yeah, dude, that's okay though, man. Yeah, General Chaffee, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, man. I appreciate that very much, John. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're up to, what are we up to, guys? We're up to 674 subs. You know, we, you know, I just started this channel end of December last year. And a big thank you to all of you, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, all of you. I mean, you guys are amazing. I honestly mean that. I'm not saying that just to flog your log, right? You guys are truly amazing, and you know, there's a lot of you that are regulars, a lot of you that pop in, pop out, and that's great too, and then a lot that, you know, stick around. And I know it's going to happen at some point, but I'm just waiting. You know, I've only had, like, the whole time I've been doing this, you know, for the past basically 6 months, you know, at the half point. I'm hoping for 1,000 subs by the end of the year if we can. But I don't care. I mean, I mean, I do. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It'd be cool to get 1,000 subs, but I still, I mean, even if it stays, I mean, there's an advantage for it to be small too, right? A smaller group, because we all get a chat, and I get to be able to, you know, respond to a lot of the stuff in chat. But that's where mods come in. So a big thank you to Aviation, Blando, and Aces will be in later. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. John, maybe you'll have to check out what Captain Matty, he plays Infinite Flight, you know, on his phone, I think. I don't, I mean, I suppose, I mean, if, you know, it's better than nothing, right? Hey, I'm not going to knock anything. I love the fact that we have multiple ways to do stuff. The one thing that really concerned me is when, like, you guys remember, like, I'm not going to talk about X-Plane a bunch, because we're in Microsoft Flight Simulator, that's what the stream's about right for tonight. But the one thing is just like getting so irritated all the time about like Laminar Research saying, oh, you know, we're doing all this development on the Android version, or the mobile version, I should say, because I think it's on the iPhone too, iOS. But it's just like, oh, really? Really? Can't we put some more like time into like the, oh, I don't know, weather system or lighting system? But they're doing that. Anyway, enough of X-Plane. I found that I start losing interest when people come in to watch a Microsoft Flight Simulator. I start talking about X-Plane, but I think it's important to kind of talk about all of them, though, right? I think we grow to 1 million and then see how you feel. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, that'd be awesome too. But no, it's yeah. I'm not gonna lie. It's you know, we want our channel to grow, but you know, there's so many. There's a lot of people out there. They're like Captain Canada. They're doing awesome stuff. And I mean, I don't mind plugging other channels. I mean, you know, many of you know I'm a craft beer fan. What is the success of the craft beer industry? What is the success? Well, it's each other helping each other out. It just makes them all the better. It's like, yeah, sure, it might be competition, or if you like, you know, I like bourbon. You know, they you know, sure, it's competition, but it's still helping each other out. It's not like cutthroat, knock the other person out. You know, that's not good. I mean, really, we should be building each other up. We all love the same hobby. We love flying. We love simming. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we build each other up? So, oh, Corey, you're here. So, Corey, you got to chime in. I had a question earlier. You might have missed it. So, Corey, I'm building my hey, Blando, welcome back, Corey. So, I've got my build for a CyberPower PC, because about the only way you're going to get a GPU these days, it's worth a crap, is to do OEM and buy pre-built, right? Because they're the ones that are going to get the stock. So, I can buy today a CyberPower PC with the AMD Ryzen 9 5900X, 32 gigs of memory, the 3070 Ti GPU, and I can get it in 4 weeks. I can get it by Aviation Spotter's birthday, or I can save $220 and I can wait 4 more weeks and just use the system, the build I have right now, and it's been doing fine. I mean, I've got graphics set at medium, and that would be nice to jump them up. But what do you think? What do you think, guys? Do I just go ahead and pull the trigger? I mean, Kyle says pull the trigger. Aviation says pull the trigger. It's his birthday. So, God, I seriously, I had my, where's my billfold? It's somewhere around here. I had my billfold on my desk, and I had my card out, and I was like ready to hit buy. And I don't know, I kind of, you know, Asus is getting a CyberPower that I mentioned before. I kind of want to see how they package it. You know, I'm hoping they do the foam, you know, and they keep stuff from moving around, especially the GPU. That's the thing that that worries me. Because you guys seen how, you know how FedEx and UPS and, I mean, you know, all them, they like throw boxes all over. I mean, that's the thing. Now, if they package them right and they do this, like this foam, they like put this, it's some sort of foam material that just like blows and expands inside the case, right? So it locks the GPU in. You don't have to be worried about the CPU, but it locks the GPU in, and so it's not. I mean, because you look at that, those that are fitting in the PCI Express, I mean, they can move a lot if they're not locked in place. I almost wish you could request that they ship it I mean, not separately, but ship it not connected in. I can put the dang card in, ship it, you know, without it being plugged into the port, and let us plug it in when we get it. But anyway, do I need to put? Oh, Corey, you're a funny, my friend. Oh my gosh, do it. Get the 3080 Ti, and then a second one for me, says Blando. Oh my gosh, yeah. I wish I could, Blando. Maybe someday, my friend. Maybe someday. Let's see, got to catch up here. John, you said there was a Fort Campbell Army vet who started his own craft beer brewery in Clarksville, Tennessee a few years ago. That's awesome, man. I mean, I brew my own beer. I haven't for a while. I've done all grain brewing, and it's a blast. You get all kinds of messed up, though, because, you know, the thing that you got to do when you brew I mean, this is an absolute must. You have to drink craft beer or home brew when you brew, right? So you like brew all day long. And Ben was here. Ben, I don't know, Schmidt's not here anymore. But we've brewed several times. We actually got started on brewing together, and first time he came, he actually he just joined the channel last night, I think it was. But anyway, yeah. Let's see. Give me the money, I'll buy it for him. Yeah. Figured there was a wink there, Kyle. Did the shipping method work for you? That's good to know. I just am, I've always built my own computers, although I have to be honest, the one I have right now I'm using was my first pre-built that I bought since I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to say, years and years, decades. And the expanded foam worked, yeah, okay, and it does. I just want to make sure they gotta be using that, right? They gotta be using that. Like, what, because they're not going to want to OEMs, or they're not going to want to, geez, what's the term for it? Where you send it back? RMA. They aren't going to want to RMA it, so they're going to make sure, it's packaged right. I just need to do it. So you pull the trigger. You guys, I knew what you would say. Of course, spend the extra money. It's only, it's only 5 to 8% better performance than the 3070 Ti, but go ahead. It's a Fanatics and not our money. I probably should, though. I really should. God, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, Friday. Happy Friday, right? Alan, do you have a Digital Storm? I mean, dude, seriously, like Digital Storm. I mean, they look like they're like the creme de la creme of PC builders, and they look awesome. Origin PC is another one that looks good, but CyberPower PC actually has gotten pretty good reviews. The one I have right now is, oh my gosh, Corey Johns. Thank you so much for the $11 donation. Corey says, buy that card. My friend, thank you so much. Not necessary, but nonetheless appreciated. Thanks so much, my friend. That definitely helps. Now it's down to 210. I'm not much closer. Thank you, Corey. Seriously, thank you so much. Not necessary, but I appreciate it, my friend. So much. Thank you. Although I do Corey, I put that money back. Well, I guess that could go back to the stream because I'll be using the computer that I stream on. So, because I always say, like, any donations I'm going to put right back to you guys, whether it's scenery or hardware. There's hardware, right? Or giveaways. By the way, second giveaway is going to be coming up. And it's going to be better than the last one, I promise. Alan, it's going to be better than the scenery you won. I don't know if it's going to be. It's going to be scenery. And I'm going to do a special something, SimFans. We hit 1,000 subs, and we will hit 1,000 subs. But when we hit 1,000 subs, I will be doing something that is, hey, worth coming to. Let me just put it that way, okay? I'm planning on it being some sort of hardware. Don't know what that is. It's not going to be a CyberPower PC computer. I'm sorry, but it'll be something cool. I promise. Business expense. There you go, Corey. There you go, my friend. You guys are too nice. Corey, thanks again. That was really nice of you. Appreciate it, my friend. I missed one here. Blando, I think Mrs. SimFanatic would endorse buying one for me. Oh, I don't know, Blando. Maybe. No. I mean, she obviously, likes you a lot, but here, I'm going to turn that throttle off. But I know that's in all good fun. I did get the wife approval factor, though, Lando. I got it. It's just one of those things was like, so people, I know what you're all thinking. It's like, okay, you got the wife approval factor. You can order it and you get it by July 26th. Why are you waiting? I have the hardest damn time of pulling the trigger on a big expense like that. I do. I just like research the shit out of everything. I'm sorry about my language, but I just research the heck out of everything. And I do. I'll go back. I'll think about it, research more. I'll look at the motherboard. Is that the right motherboard? You guys know. I mean, you could spend forever. It's just like one of those things about being said about just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Actually, that's probably true, Kyle. I probably could. Probably couldn't I? I don't know. That's a good point. Give away my sunglasses. Oh, there you go. I could do that. Oh, shoot. You guys want something better than that, I'm sure. The SimFanatic sunglasses, right? I could do like Ray-Ban, like I'm that cool, right? Like I'm that popular. But you guys are great, thank you. But I could like Ray-Ban, I could just like do a little SimFanatic, just do a little signature there. You guys aren't gonna want that. You're gonna want something actually that you can use. Oh, good stuff. That's good stuff. Actually, Kyle, I think I might have mentioned this, but yeah, actually, my current computer. Well, I just said that, didn't I? It's iBuyPower. Yep, I got an iBuyPower. I bought it from Best Buy, and it has a 1080 and that. And it was hard for me to do that, though. I mean, Lando, you know that. I mean, I built all my computers since like the last one that I hadn't built that was pre-built was a Pentium 60. You guys remember that? Remember those days of Pentium 60? That was like since the Pentium 60 and this computer I bought like 4 years ago, a little over it now. All in between that, and I would like actually build a new PC like every 2 to 3 years. That's a good point, Amy. I probably could be. Yeah, the iBuyPower is cool. Oh, it's sweet, Kyle. Dude, post that on Discord, dude. You just worked on a Nike spot that showed on a skyscraper? That's awesome. That is awesome. That's slick. All right, let's check our progress, guys. So we're still at 1504. All right. So in case you're wondering, let's go. Let me get over to my keyboard with my cursor. What did we say? 1504, and it's 1319. So yeah, there's definitely some time left here. 45 minutes. Did I do the math right there? Hour 45 minutes yet of the stream. But we should be landed by that point in time. So it'll be kind of a late night. I apologize, but you know what? I took a little longer getting this aircraft pre-flighted and that, and but you know, I promise you, I'll get faster at it. And one of the other things is I need to fly the CRJ. You know, I've got the CRJ 700 and 550, and I feel bad because like I was so pumped when it came out, and I bought it right away, and I test flew it like a couple times, and then I just stopped, and I haven't actually flown it for like, I mean, honestly, like probably like after it came out, I flew it a couple times for 2 weeks after it came out, and I haven't flown it since. So I need to jump into that. But again, planning on VFR flights once a week in MSFS, commercial flight like we're doing tonight, and MSFS. And then I forgot to mention this at the start of the stream. So let's get some tunes going. I said we were going to get tunes going. Let's get tunes going. Got to get those back up and rolling. Let me know if they're too loud here. You guys hear that? There we go. Let me know if it's too loud, Lando. So yeah, anyway, so I was planning on actually tonight doing the mystery sim. You know, I mentioned like, okay, the last Thursday of every month we'll do a mystery sim, and that might be American Truck Simulator, it might be X-Plane, it might be iRacing, it might be, how about Forza 5? You guys seen that? Oh, that looks awesome. Forza 5, Forza Horizon 5, that looks amazing. So you know, it could be Forza 4. It could be Wreckfest. It could be, what's the other one we talked about? We talked about actually doing like a step back in time and do like FS10 or even FS 2004. That'd be kind of silly, but it might be kind of fun in a way. You're lonely up there, Alan? Well, you can come back down and fly with us, buddy. Just got to lose a few feet there. All good, Kyle. What is our ground speed? Ground speed. 451 knots, Kyle, is our ground speed. How fast are you going? That's cruising. 451. Oh, SimFans, awesome. We're at 13 likes. If you haven't already, and I know many of you have, please smash that thumbs up button. We are going for 15. We're only two away from the 15 likes for tonight. So please smash that thumbs up if you haven't. And for those of you that have, thank you so much. 15 is our goal. I'm going to do an audio check here. Hold on. I think the music's all right. Is it a good mix? I mean, volume-wise, all right? You're going 488? Wow. What are you flying, aviation? You're in a CRJ, aren't you? You guys crack me up. Love that sound though. God, look at this. Like when you switch from front of the engines, you know, and then you move back, you can hear that rumble. Thrust, pure thrust. So again, we are flying the A320NX from FlyByWire. It is absolutely free. I know many of you know this, but check it out. If you haven't already, it now has an installer. We are flying the development edition tonight. And so it's got some improvements, but it might have some additional bugs. You can get the stable version, but if you can get the stable version, you might as well get it through the Microsoft Flight Store. But you know, the cool thing about the installer is you can switch back and forth, and it'll automatically take care of the community folder for you, which I think is pretty neat. Because it didn't always used to be that way. When did they do the installer, aviation? They did the self-installer probably like a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. They had that come out. Gosh, maybe it's been longer than that already. But anyway, so you know, you can switch between the developer mode and that. So it's pretty sweet. Yes, indeed. You know, so I know several of you have the Bravo Throttle Quadrant, and I'm going to pop that back up here. So I'm going to bring the camera back up so we can see it's going here. And I don't know if you guys can see that well. Let me see if I can lighten that up. But, so one of the things, I'd probably get it all messed up here, but I don't know if that really helps. Does that help? That just makes it look, I don't know, it doesn't look so good. But anyway, as you can see, you know, and there's 4 levers, and of course you got your speed brake, and you got your flap control, and I took these off. You got these toga switches here. I mean, you know, there's something to be said about the Thrustmaster. Oh gosh, what is it called? Help me out, guys. I'm trying to remember. What is the Thrustmaster one? I can't remember what it's called now. All of a sudden, it slips my mind. But you know, part of me is kind of like, I always like to have things that are like more true to what the aircraft has in it. But as much as I fly Airbus, I don't fly Airbus as much as the Boeing. I can't wait for an actual payware Boeing aircraft to come out for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it'll come from PMDG. Yeah, you guys know that, right? I think it's a 7.3. That PMDG plans on releasing a 737 by the end of this year, so I'm pumped for that. How many of you guys got the DC-6? Oh, that bird looks good. You know what? I haven't bought it yet. I am going to buy it. I promise you, I will buy it. It's on sale for like $5 off right now, and I've been meaning to buy it, but I'm like, I don't want to buy it until I'm like ready to actually dive into it. You know, I don't want it to be another one of those like Aerosoft CRJ aircraft, and I fork over the money, I buy it, and it just sits on my hard drive, and I don't get into it. But gosh, does it look great. And so I definitely will plan on it. And Kyle, you've got it. We talked a little bit in Discord about it, and you really like it. You endorse it. I do plan on getting it. The flight engineer is a godsend, I bet, because that aircraft does look deep. It does look very. I mean, and the texture work on that thing looks absolutely incredible. Kyle, how does it? It's rad, awesome. How does it perform, Kyle? Have you noticed any performance issues? You know, when you're in the 3D cockpit, or when you're, you know, flying into like LA or DFW or any of those higher scenery. I'm not sure can't remember what you have for a computer. You said you have an iBuyPower, but you're going to put a link in there. But how does it perform, man? Does it perform fairly well? Because it's kind of hard to say. Like I kind of go back to like the last PMDG aircraft that I owned. Because I've been until MSFS came back out, I've been like totally into X-Plane 11. I mean, I had prepared, but like the last PMDG aircraft I have, or I purchased, was the 747-800 way back in FS10. So, and I just remember when I installed that thing, it was like, oh yeah, it's awesome, it's in depth, it's super detailed, but it crushed my system. I mean, I was getting like, it was terrible. I was getting like 12 frames a second or something like that. I was just like, I can't even live with this. And so I was just like, yeah, it's cool, I like it, but I can't. I just didn't have any fun flying it, because it's just for the system I had, it just killed it. Yeah, I've been watching those, Kyle. You know, as I mentioned, you know, oh gosh, what's the PMDG guy's name? But like when you go in the radial engines, you don't want to like keep, like with jet engines, you want to keep changing your thrust for hitting your glide slope to come in on an ILS or other. But with the PMDG, yeah, that's so you'll pick that up from the videos, because I remember watching that where the guy said, yeah, with the radial engines, you don't want to, like when you're coming down for descent, you set the radial engines to a particular thrust and you leave it, and then you actually you keep your 3 degrees. So aviation, you talk about that 3 degree, you know, descent. So to keep that, you adjust, you add flaps, you take flaps out, you add flaps, you take flaps out. That's apparently how you really fly the thing. I didn't even realize that until like I watched that, as you mentioned, Kyle, that tutorial, that video. So I've watched half of them, maybe a little over half of those tutorial videos, just to get. And I would say to any of you that are interested, before you buy it, check out those tutorials. You'll get a really good sense of how deep that aircraft is. It's not, see, that's awesome. Yeah, it looked like it would probably, you know, yeah, not taxing, that's awesome. What did I read? There's something about, well, you said something, Kyle, you should bring that up, because you posted in Discord about was it a patch or a setting change in Microsoft Flight Simulator that can really help with performance with VR, for those of you that are fortunate to have VR goggles. Oh yeah, John. I'll tell you what. I mean, we got somebody who's flying right out there. I see contrast. Hey, you guys notice that the AI now have that too, right? Look at that. Just remember when the Asobo did an update and the only contrails that you had were from your own aircraft. And now they're on the other ones, which is good. Anyway, that's awesome, John. DC-3. I love the DC-3, man. I love the DC-3, and I used to do so you may have noticed that I did AAY 642 for the call sign for our flight tonight. I flew a virtual airline with American. Mine was AAL 642. So I just kind of like, if I'm not going to set any particular flight number, I always use a 642. Yeah, check out, Kyle, you have that posted in Discord, right? So yeah, all of you, if you haven't checked out the Discord server, please definitely check that out. I'll post it in chat here, but yeah, definitely check that out. Yeah, because Kyle, for any of you that are doing VR, definitely check out Kyle's post, because yeah, you found Kyle a breakthrough there, which is, I mean, I'd never know it because I don't have VR. I've got the Track IR stuff, as you can see on my headset. Oh my gosh, guys, we hit 16. Awesome. I wasn't paying attention. Thank you so much. Awesome, we made it. 17. Somebody downed us. I'll tell ya. 18. Awesome. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We hit our goal, and we're 3 over. Sweet. There's always got to be somebody that does it down, right? That's all right. That's all right. Can't please everybody, right? We know that in life. You can't please everybody. There's always going to be somebody that doesn't, no matter what you say or what you do, you never can please everybody. And that's okay. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us individuals. It's okay. Thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up, though. That's awesome. That's awesome. Cheers to you. Guys, if this stuff looks this good, don't you ever think about this? Like, you look at how great, the technology's come. Like, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and now X-Plane 12 is going to be coming out, and, and just the photogrammetry and the satellite imagery, and just, that we have the entire world at our fingertips, SimFans, at our fingertips, and the graphics of it. It's like, do you ever just sit there and think? Of course you do. Like, what is it going to look like in 10 years? Or like 15 years? 20 years? It's just, it's going to blow our minds. It's going to blow our minds. And now with, Microsoft Flight Simulator coming out for Xbox Series X and S, there's going to be a whole nother wave of people that are going to be opened up to it. Because here's the thing. I was thinking about this when I rode yesterday. I rode 50 miles yesterday, by the way. My left leg's a little sore. Getting old. Not that old, but see my gray hairs? I don't know. But yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was riding, and I was thinking, July 27th, Microsoft knows what they're doing, right? So it's going to be available on Xbox. What's going to happen? Okay, now there's one thing that would happen with this, because it's free with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. It's free, right? So it's like one thing, if somebody that's on the console has to pay $60 for the game, right? If they have to pay $60 for the game, they're not just going to go out and, if they're just kind of like mediocre, like, yeah, I'm kind of interested, or I don't know. They're not going to buy it. They're not going to spend $60. So here's the thing. With Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, this thing comes out on July 27th. I think we're going to have another huge wave of people that are hitting YouTube, watching channels, subscribing, and getting into, but more importantly, getting into Flight Simulator, right? You're going to see this huge explosion, I think. I think it's going to happen because it's free. So you're going to have some of those individuals that are just kind of like, hey, I just want to download and install it. It's free for me. It's free. I've got Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I'm going to download it. I'm going to try it out. I don't have this mega build PC thing, but I've got an Xbox. I've got a controller. I'm going to try it out. And people are going to get hooked. They're going to get hooked on this. There's going to be people that don't, but there's going to be a lot. I'm pumped about this. Like, originally when I thought about, I've talked about this before, but like with Flight Simulator coming out, Microsoft Flight Simulator coming out in console, I'm like, oh my god, no, come on, because we saw, remember Microsoft Flight? That abomination of a simulator, just like a complete total fail. And I remember Captain Canada, you know, for those we talked about Captain Canada, and he was very skeptical, and rightfully so. And I'm like, he's like, well, that trailer you saw is CGI. I'm like, I text him, I'm like, no, it's not. Apparently, it is the real deal. And you know, he's a fan of it. You know, but I don't blame him. I've been hesitant. I was hesitant. I mean, like when we saw Microsoft Flight, it's like, what's going on here? But we're gonna see this huge. Norman Holden just subscribed. Norman, thank you so much for your subscription, my friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, buddy. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Thank you, Norman. But yeah, it's going to explode. You're going to see it. I think it's going to happen. I could be wrong, but I mean, think about it. It's going to be like market penetration for flight simming. You have Xbox Game Pass. You have an Xbox now you got to have a Series X and S. Those are kind of hard to find. What's the volume like, guys? Not too loud, is it? I know, man. Let me know, guys, if the music's too loud. But anyway, we're gonna see it. It's gonna happen. I mean, mark my words. It's gonna happen. We're gonna see we're gonna hear another big explosion in our hobby, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing, everyone. It really is. You know, because if you don't want like the kiddies like flying around with the Xbox controller messing around, they're not crashing into us. And you can always do a private, you know, join a private multiplayer session or go offline. I mean, it doesn't mean we have to deal with all of them, but at the same time, it's cool to have them. I really believe that. I think it's a good thing for our hobby. I think it's a good thing for the developers. I think it's a good thing for the streamers. I think it's a good thing for really everyone. It really is. I mean, you like look at you know, highlighted from the weekly top 5 announcements just past Tuesday, right? Like look at Turtle Beach. They got in with that. You guys saw it, right? The new throttle and flight yoke combo deal. You know, Velocity 1 flight is what it's called, and so that's going to be at a price point of $350 MSRP US. And you know, it's a competition. You know, that's a good thing. But like getting more and more people in the market for it, it's only going to prove to be good for all of us. It really will. I mean, I have to admit, I was at first I'm like, console, come on, and I was worried about Sobo and Microsoft. Are they going to start? You know, because they pump out the Xbox, right? Are they going to just like forget about us PC gamers and jump over to the console? No, they're not. They've told us they're not. And I think they did it right. I think Asobo is amazing. Sure, they have, you know, like any developer, there's things that, you know, any of us could be doing better. They could be doing better, but I think they're doing great. Community feedback and that. But I love the fact that they're like, no, we're dedicated to all of us, right? With us PC gamers, that we have our controllers, and we have our widescreen monitors, and we have our VR goggles, and we have our Trek IR. But yeah, it's a great thing. Oh, by the way, the Turtle Beach is compatible with PC and Xbox Series X and S. But don't forget, everyone, that the Honeycomb Alpha and Bravo and Charlie pedals, when they come out, they will also be Xbox Series X and S compatible. So if you want to pay the extra $150, so get this really quick. So my son, so we have an Xbox Series 6, and he's always asking, Dad, can I fly on your PC? You know. And so he's super stoked about it coming out on the Xbox Series X. And of course I tell him about the Turtle Beach coming out for $350, and he's like, "Oh, Dad, will you buy that for me?" Okay, he's let's see, he's 10 years old. He's 11, going 11. And I told him, I said, "Look, do you want to pay for part of that?" And you know, he's a saver. I mean, the kid sometimes I feel has more cash than I do. And I'm like, "Do you want to pay for it?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know if I want to get that much up." I'm like, "Okay, how about if Dad pays for part of it, so I can do a review and show all of you on the stream. I can do a review and compare it to the Alpha and the Bravo. And I said to my son, I said, well, what if I pay for part of it, and then that way I can show all of you, and I can do a comparison and try it out, and I'll help you buy it. You know, trying to tell him, trying to show him, teach him, you know, value of money, which he gets. And he's like, yeah, I could do that. So I don't know. We'll see, but I might. I don't know. The one thing that kind of like makes me hesitate just a teeny bit is I don't know what I think about the throttle like plugging into the side of it, right? Or, you know, I don't know. I have this feeling like unless you have like a really, really rigid desk and they've got really good clamps for it, that, you know, we may not see. I don't know. Maybe it'll be all right. See, I was gonna bring it up here. Here we go. So, you know, we looked at this before, but I'm going to bring it up again here. Come on, Chrome. So, yeah, I mean, oh, come on, go away. Nope, I don't. Thanks for wanting to help me. Appreciate it. But see, this like connects. It's got a trim wheel here, and it's got the plungers, so you got your single engine complex, and you got the 4 throttle levers here. I do dig the fact that it's got this display, and apparently, like all these systems, it can kind of tell you, you know, what's going on. But it kind of, I don't know, it looks a little chintzy to me. I don't want to pass judgment yet. You know, you all know I'm a huge Honeycomb fan, but I see a lot of plastic here, and not that the Honeycomb isn't plastic, but you know, look here. You've got it looks like that might be a stainless steel shaft, doesn't it? That looks like a stainless, I think. Does that not look like a stainless steel shaft right there? So, but this is what gets me. Like, this connects into the side. I don't know. What do you guys think? You're gonna need like some really hefty. I mean, like the thing I love about the Alpha Bravo Throttle Quadrant and the Alpha Bravo Throttle Quadrant. Yes, the Alpha Flight Controls in the Bravo Throttle Quadrant is that they have like serious steel, like I don't know, like 1/4-inch steel that just like locks and it tightens onto your desk and it's not moving anywhere. SimFans, it's staying. And you got it for both, as you can see over here. You've got it both for the Bravo, and let me pan over here, and then you also have it for the Alpha, right? So I don't know if I can get underneath, but it's got like these. I can't really see, but it's got like some serious hefty hardware. I got my webcam all messed up, but yeah, it's got like some serious heavy-duty clamps that locks it down. I don't know. I mean, this, you know, you'd think if you're like pulling on those throttles that it would like torque it, but I don't know. It probably works, you know, as long as they have some serious brackets to grip your desk. I think it'll be all right. You know, and it is, I mean, okay, you could say, oh, like the A, B, X, Y buttons, you know, maybe you're not a big fan of that because it's too Xboxy, but of course it's made for the Xbox, right? And then of course these switches. This reminds me a lot of the CH. I had the CH Throttle Pro, and then the SciTech, so those pop off and put back on. Boy, oh boy, I need to get caught up on chat. So anyway, and of course you got the POV, RBLB, and then the hat switches. I don't know. I mean, it's awesome though. I mean, hey, you know, how can we argue with it? You know, it's another device. Why wouldn't we welcome it, right? Let me get caught up on chat here, SimFans. I'm like way behind. You guys are posting stuff here. Too big. Aviation spotter, how does it feel to not have to land and take a restroom break anymore? I'm still gonna have to. I'm gonna have to leave the cockpit and go do that here shortly. Actually, aviation, good timing there, my friend. Do bigger aircraft have a restroom in the cockpit? Sure. Oh shoot. Kyle says I may do the whole approach in VR. That's cool. Oh, dude, aviation, I agree with you completely. Yeah, you know, the thing is like, people that come in, that is super annoying. It really is, you know. I mean, you guys know I was part of the Alpha flight, the Alpha test group for the sim, right? I got accepted into the Alpha, and maybe some of you too, but I was doing testing, and you would not believe the amount of people that are like complaining in the forums, and it's like, it's an Alpha. Not everything's going to work perfectly. Quit bitching. It's just like, and be thankful that you're actually able to participate and give feedback so Asoba can fix these things. And, you know, I can't say too much because I had to, of course, sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement on it. But it's just like, come on, you know. And you're absolutely right, aviation. It's less than a year old. I mean, believe it or not. And, I mean, talk about what... That's the thing that always gets me, is like people complain, and I mean I'll find myself sometimes. I hope I don't come across as a complainer, but I'll like mention things like, yeah, this could be improved. The thing that gets me is when they take steps back. That's the thing where I will complain, and I have done that before. You know, like what was it? Was it Sim Update 4? Remember when Sim 8? No, it was Sim Update 3. Sim Update 3, and like we saw this huge degradation in performance. I think I was right in bitching about that, because it's like, wait a minute, like I mean, maybe not all, but a lot of us were experiencing like 50% degradation in frame rates. Like we would be going from 32 to like 16, and I mean those are the things that tick me off. Like when it's like, okay, you take a step back or 2 steps back, those are the things that bother me. But yeah, I mean, it's like it's less than a year. I'm with you, John. Yeah, iOS, X-Plane, yeah. I don't know. I just... I don't know. Well, you know, I know why. Like, if I was, like, into flying on my mobile phone... But how many of us seriously... I mean, other than... No disrespect, Captain Manny. I know you do, okay? I'll just get that out of the way. I know you fly infinite flight, and that's cool. That's cool, dude. I'm not knocking it. But I think the majority of us are flying like this, you know, or on a laptop even. Maybe we don't have a full setup. But, you know, but like when I would see like major updates from X-Plane, and I would see like their big announcement would be, oh, you know, we're doing all this enhancements on our mobile app. I'm like, I could care absolutely less. It's like, put it into X-Plane in your weather system, in your lighting system, your flight system is awesome. Your flight model is awesome, but put it into the stuff like weather effects, seasons. You know, I still think though that probably Laminar Research was like pivoting a little bit there, because like they saw Microsoft Flight Simulator coming out, and they just like they knew with the graphics it couldn't compete. They can compete with the flight model, but and arguably so. I still think the X-Plane flight model is better. I do. You know, but it's been around longer. Of course it is, right? It kind of goes back to what you were saying, aviation. It's like Microsoft Flight Simulator's been out for like less than a year. I mean, they're going to catch up, and I think they're going to pass X-Plane. I really do. You got that a company like Microsoft, you got Asobo, and you've got teams, like an entire group. Like I think like I don't know this for sure. I could be making this up, but like the team that's developing like Black Shark AI. Like just for like the photogrammetry and the rendering of the buildings and stuff, I think their team is bigger than the entire Laminar Research team, just for that part of the flight simulator. So you got to expect, and I could be wrong there, okay? I submit I could be wrong on that. But let's just face it, regardless, Asobo and Microsoft has more resources and more people to put to the development and the time and resources and money to it. And now with it coming out on Xbox Series X and S, you know they're not going to fail. They're not going to fail. And so I think they're going to come and they're going to... Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to surpass X-Plane 11, even 12 when it comes out. This is a total speculation, but if I look at the resources and what they're doing, X-Plane's still going to be great. They're going to still, there's going to always be a market. I love X-Plane. I love it. I still like flying in it. But time will tell. We'll see what Laminar does. Aviation. So what did you struggle with while on the ground? No, what do you mean, dude? I'm not sure what that. Do you mean like pre-flight or? I wouldn't say I struggled with anything there, but. See Kyle, business partner, yes. Yeah, I agree, aviation, the Xbox icon. But you know what? That's why we go with Honeycomb, right? Yeah. Of course, I'm catching up here. Kyle, I agree, that for $350 you can't really go wrong, right? Unless it's absolute crap. We've seen it before, though. We've seen the peripherals coming out. I don't know what Turtle Beach is kind of like. It's not horrible stuff, but it's not like, I don't know. I mean, but it's $350. What do you expect? $350. I mean, like I look at the Alpha and the Bravo, and I think each one of these devices could sell for $500, and they have sold for $500. Those scalpers. I think I've seen them sell for like $750. I think I saw like eBay, like with the pandemic and that. I saw a Bravo Throttle Quadrant sold for $750. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I suppose people are out there and they have plenty of money. It's like and they can't get it. It's like I'll pay $750, and I don't blame them. I don't agree with the scalping. Yeah, I agree, Lucas. It will be better than the SciTech Logitech. Yeah, I agree. It better be. I thought my CH yoke was mega back in time. I know, I'm with you, Kyle. God. People that say, "Oh yeah, this game's gonna be dead in a year," do they understand how foolish that is? Like to make that comment. Like, okay, you've got one of the world's largest companies backing it. Yeah, it's not going to die in a year. Although they could have been basing that off of Microsoft Flight, because that was horrible. Kyle, I've used Infinite Flight to do a C-172 ILS approach for fun. So what did you think? Was it actually fun? I mean, I could see doing that like you're waiting at the airport. Especially you, Kyle. You're flying all the time, right? I could see that. Like you're sitting at the airport and then there's a use there for sure. An AR-15. Yeah, we gotta have our priorities, right, Lucas? For sure. Yeah, what about, Grand Theft Auto? What's the deal there? You hear stuff like GTA 6, and then it's like, nothing's happening there. It's funny because there's like people that actually fly. I mean, they actually like want to sim in Grand Theft Auto. Sure, why not? Why not? But see, that gets back to an earlier point, and then I'll drop it. But just like for those that have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you install it? Unless you don't have enough storage. But really, honestly, it doesn't take that much space. And actually, Sobos reduce the space that it takes, the footprint. How we doing, SimFans? Still 1504. Wow, we're just, the math is working here, isn't it? What do you think, aviation? Should we plug in some of this, do the calculator here and see? I never tried this, so let's see what happens. So we're going to go over to performance, and let's sync this. So we're at 35,000 feet. Now, aviation, do you do it on like your ILS intercept? I always tend to do that with the Zebo, so that's what I'm going to do, unless you tell me that I should do it a different way. I've never used, again, SimFans, I've never used this. So I'm going to go to, let's see. Standby one. KPGD. ILS-4. And the ILS-4, if I remember, 1,600? Yep, 1,600 feet. Oh, mass. Aces! Hey, Aces! How you doing, buddy? We've been having fun, Aces. Look at these SimFans, Aces. We've got 19 likes. Our goal for the stream tonight was 15. We're already at 19. All right, so we're just... welcome, Aces. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. I don't think you've missed a single stream. All right, so let's see here. So we are at 35,000 feet, and we want to do 1,600. Can I just type on my keyboard? Never tried this. I sure can. 1,600. Start your descent about 105 nautical miles before target. Well, isn't that nifty? Well, thanks for that tip, Mr. Airbus Aviation Spotter. Sweet. Well, we'll just keep that handy. 105 nautical miles. At a 3 descent. Now, the one thing I want to know, so 3 degrees. At a 3-degree angle, so... Of course, it depends on speed and everything, right? So that's at the current speed. You gotta take that into account. So aviation, how many feet per minute? Like at 3 degrees, we'd be targeting about how many feet per minute? So that's gonna depend on the speed too, right? 105. So if we go over here, actually I'm going to switch the view. So we'll go over here. So 105 in our, by the way, SimFans, our intercept for the 1,600 is CIS. So that's our intercept. So we're going to, there we go. So we're going to go CIS. So we want to be 105 nautical miles away from here. So obviously have a ways to go yet. It's 36, 44, 48, 58, 61, 91. So at Remus or at Kodiak, 5, 91. So we got 9 plus 5, 14. So with 14 miles from Kodiak, we should begin our descent. Okay. If I did the math right there. Alright, we gotta get some new tunes rolling, SimFans. I'll make a note here though. Did I get that right? Was that, did I look at that right? Kodiak, right? So essentially 14 miles. I always do that backwards. Hate that. So 14 miles. So that's 14. Just do the math again. 14, 37, 47, 51, 61, 69, 79, 84, 85, 105. All right. I don't know if there's probably an easier way to do that, but engine's idle. Okay, Kyle, it's a little loud. Okay, buddy. I'm actually going to switch the, thank you. I'm going to switch the music. We've heard this a few times, so let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. We'll go from techno. You guys want jazz or electric? What do you guys want? I'm very selective of the music now, too, because I don't want any copyright claims. I mean, all this is like royalty free, but at the same time, had somebody like put a claim once and it was considered royalty free. So should we do some jazz or should we do some electric? A little better now. I keep saying this every single stream, guys. I'm gonna normalize the music. I really need to do it. I need to go through all of them, just put them into Adobe and just normalize or whatever. I've got Adobe, so I can normalize them that way. But I just need to normalize them all, so that way they're not like, some songs will be like freaking super loud, and then others you can barely hear. That doesn't help me, Kyle. I'll leave it to you, man. Jazz, electric. I could mix them. I could put them like together, I suppose. We could switch back and forth. All right. Well, let's do this. Jazzy electric jazz. You guys are crazy. You guys are hilarious. See, like now, it's like this. It's so dang soft. The music's like. I don't know. Can you guys hear that? It's kind of like a. This is kind of a jazz electric, if you want. I'm gonna check it.
United
sir. Thank you, Aces. It wasn't a first, and it won't be the last, guys. I hate to say it, but thank you, Aviation, for that reminder. So I think we're good there, and we can go back to our flight plan now, and we should be ready. So I think I did that right. So guys, remind me. So like when we get, I want to see how well this calculator works. I haven't used this before. So when we get 14 nautical miles, so when we see this say 14, if I did the math right, then we should begin our descent. 30.13. See, I'm doing clear skies, so I'm not doing real live weather, so that's why I plugged in 2992. I suppose I could do live weather. Yeah, good deal. Awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Good co-pilots you guys are. I just said that like Yoda. Oh, did I not get the transit? Thank you. Gotta go back. Thank you, sir. I missed that. Thank you, thank you. Cruise, descent, manage at 290 for our managed descent, and then keep this in mind: 187, 171, and 132 for full flaps. We do have a light aircraft. I think John mentioned that earlier when we were taking off, and there's some stuff, guys, I need to get up to speed on with this bird, of course. I do want to do like the sim brief and just pull it in, because like you can, I can remember where that is. It's like it's in one of these menus. Like if you go to the I don't want to screw it up, but if you go here, like I think it's an ATSU, or maybe it's AIDS. I think it's an AIDS. Where do I don't remember where that was. Watch me screw this up. Yeah, it's somewhere in there, but yeah, you can like, it's pretty cool because you can like set your sim brief, like your username, right, for sim brief, your login. And so as far as I know, like the last sim brief flight that you did on sim brief site, or if you use Sim Toolkit Pro, which by the way you definitely need to be using that if you're not already, and they'll just load it into the FMC. Sorry. It's FMGS, right? Flight Management and Guidance System, which they call it on the Airbus. But you guys know what I meant. Yeah, we are, Kyle. We're all having to get ready, right? Cool, man. No, I mean, are you talking about loading the sim brief? I have a shortcut because I ran across it. I actually did it once. I just don't remember how to do it, but that's cool. But hey, I always will I'll take any kind of help I can get. That's cockpit resource management, right? CRM. I mean, that's what it's about. Like, we're pilots. We should help. There is no place in an aircraft, especially with a pilot or co-pilot, for an ego, right? How many accidents and problems have we seen in real life because of ego getting in the way? So we can use that. We can use that philosophy, like leave the ego out on the jetway when it comes to flying, simming or real life. Lucas, I did not see that. No kidding. F-22 release, huh? Was that just today that was released? I was thinking about that too, guys. And ladies, if you're out there, I'm always like focused on the weekly top 5 announcements. It's like usually it's payware stuff, but like I talked about I just mentioned Sim Toolkit Pro. They're 0.7.10, whatever it was. But you know, that's freeware, and I highly recommend that. But I was like, you know, I really should make like in the weekly top 5 announcements, I should always strive to have like one piece of freeware in that, because there's always awesome freeware coming out too, like the A320 we're flying, or you know, maybe it doesn't even need to be the weekly top 5 part, but maybe there could be like a freeware part. I don't know. I was kind of toying with the idea in my head. I don't know what I'll do, but like even the pushback toolbar thing, right? I mean, that's free, and I mean, it's awesome. That is like the best site too, isn't it, Lucas? The Flight Sim 2. That's just so awesome. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Aviation. That's right. Yep. Options AOC. I won't do it right now, like you say, because it'd mess it up. Options. Oh, yes. I was way off. There it is. Sim brief. Okay, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. See, that'll help everyone else too, including myself, to know where that's at. That's good. That's good feedback, Kyle. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. I could either like start it with this is the top freeware thing for the week, or put it at the end. You know, do the number 1 and then say, hey, by the way, top freeware is. And by the way, you guys, let me know if there's stuff that like you see. I know many of you put in Discord, just like you just did, Lucas, on the F-22. You know, because I'm not catching everything. But yeah, that's a good thought. I might do that for the next one. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be an announcement, right? I mean, it could be like the weekly top 5 announcement. It's like, this is the new stuff. It could certainly be partly an announcement that's a new piece of freeware, or maybe it's just like, hey, like the pushback toolbar, or like you guys probably already know about it, but not everybody does. You know, just throw that out there. You know, here's a really nifty freeware piece. If you haven't seen it or know about it, check it out. Like the Cavix. That still grinds my gears. If any of you downloaded the Cavix scenery, remember we did the I got the payware scenery from Orbix. And then afterwards, I thought, oh, I should see if there's freeware. And I found the freeware out there. Actually, it was on that same site you said, Lucas, the FlightSim.2. And I swear, it looked exactly like the Orbix scenery. Like exactly, if not exactly, damn close to it. And it's like, okay, I just spent $19 and I could have got this for free. So that's why when I did the weekly top 5 announcement, maybe you all saw that. But before the link for going and buying it in Orbix, I said, before you buy, check this out. You know, because you can get it for free. Don't pay $19. You can get it for free. About 400 miles north. Okay, yeah, can do that. We'll bring that up here. Let's see, where are we? Lucas, we are by Keji, Kilo Echo Golf India. We just flew by that, but you probably want to know, like, what are we coming up upon? What's this one here? This is a big one. KVPS. Kilo Victor Papa Sierra, Lucas, we're coming up on pretty quick here. And that's going to be, or KDTS, that'd probably be a better one if you're loading. Because looks like probably like, what is that, Pensacola? No, it's not. It might be Pensacola. It might be around there. Which one is that? That might be Pensacola. I'm probably off on that. But anyway, KDTS. Kilo Delta Tango Sierra would probably be a one you'd want to load, Lucas. Okay, I'm going to actually, how far are we out until we need to start descending? I might take a quick break here. I'm going to leave that up, Lucas, so that you can see. I'll go in a little bit so you can see that. Oh, we got time. Okay, I'm going to, SimFans, I am going to do a wing view and let you all enjoy the music. Relax to the music. Oh, it's so nice. I'm going to take about a 5-minute break, And yeah, I'm going to do what Ace is coined. And I don't know, Aces, maybe you didn't coin this originally. I heard about it first from you, but I'm going to do a bio break for 5 to 7 minutes. Aces, why don't you give them the scoop? I told everybody earlier on the stream about your CyberPower PC order and your fun with the delivery and that. Maybe chat that, if you would, as a little entertainment. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick 5, 6, 7 minute break. You guys do the same. We'll come back, and then SimFans, not too long after that, we're going to be doing our descent. We'll see how good this descent calculator does for us tonight, and see if we can't get this bird back on the ground. All right, 175 miles from top of descent, Kyle. All right, awesome, man. All right, SimFans. So I will be right back with you. Stick around. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be back with you shortly. Alright, I'm back, guys. Gotta get these cables. You know, as awesome as the track IR is, they need to make it like cordless. Cords are for the birds, right? You with me? All right. How are you? Geez, aviation, you're already like starting your descent in 35. Oh, though you're at a higher altitude, aren't you? At like, did you say you're at like 450, flight level 450, or were you joking? I don't think you were joking. Yeah, no worries. Captain Maddie, 2 hours till takeoff. I still don't. Of course, yeah, you start it and let it go. I get it. Yeah, well, yeah, top of descent. What top of descent? There's no top of descent icon, right? Yeah, I love that with the ocean, the textures and stuff. That's so cool. Yeah, there's no. I can't wait until they get it though. Like when they get the top of descent stuff, and that's Kyle. Oh yeah, okay. You're at 370. How far ahead are you of us? Aviation. Like how many miles away? What is your projected arrival at the airport, friend? I mean, you must be quite a ways ahead of us. Yeah, I should have. I mean, I've got a sim brief plan, but I kind of just took the easy approach and loaded up the flight management. Which, actually, by the way, everybody, it's you can use sim brief, but you don't have to. You can use like the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, look at that! There goes our MiG. Hi, Lucas. How are you doing? But that's a cool thing, everybody, because like you can use SimBrief, but if you want, so this is the thing that's kind of nice about Microsoft Flight Simulator as opposed to X-Plane. Like X-Plane, you can't, like if you want to go fly the Zeebo or the Airbus, you are going to need to know how to program an FMC. There's just no way around it. Now, mind you, there's mods and stuff, so you can use GPS and stuff, but you can't do like a start and end in X-Plane. It isn't like Microsoft Flight Simulator where you have you can say I want high altitude airways, I want to do this departure, I want to do this approach. All that's within Microsoft Flight Simulator Sobo, and they actually get the AIRAC cycles updated and everything with the sim. So you can actually get so that's what I did tonight for tonight's flight, SimFans. It's super easy. You don't have to worry about programming the FMC, although it is kind of fun to do that, mind you. But as aviation mentioned, and I mentioned before that you can put SimBrief, you can pull your SimBrief plan right into the FMC. Jeez, what the heck? Yeah. But you don't have to. I mean, don't worry about it. If you don't know how to program an FMC or FM, whatever the heck it is, FMGS, no worries. Just when you do your pre-flight plan before you launch the aircraft in the sim, when you go to do the world and you're at that screen and you pick your airport, pick your gate, and then pick your departure airport, gate, arrival airport, then you remember to hit the high altitude, and then you can pick your departure and decide. It'll come up with one by default, but if you want to specifically select what departure you want, you can do that as well. Yeah, aviation. Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, you know, try it out. I mean, it's kind of nice the fact that you can do that with Microsoft Flight Simulator for sure. That you know, not having to do that. I mean, I kind of get, like, when I do the Zibo, I think it's kind of fun. Part of me is like, it's kind of fun to go in and program the FMC, but I'll tell you what, it's actually kind of nice that you can just pull it into, you know, from SimBrief or your pre-flight planning page in Microsoft Flight Simulator before you launch your flight. Pretty handy. 1,000 knots ground speed like nothing. Well, you did fly by there for a pretty fast clip there, Lucas. And we all, I think we saw you. It was like a split second. You're like there and then gone. Getting closer, SimFans. That top of descent. Love the shape of that wing. It's got a nice shape. I think I'm going to say that every time, Aces. I just love Fletch. That's like true 80s comedy. True 80s comedy. So, oh yeah, Aces is telling his story. Aces, like you, dude, like you said, like we were talking about that earlier today. It's like you should have just like, what did you say? You probably said that in chat. I missed it, but like, what the B&H, like their distribution center where they ship from, is like what, 4 hours from where you live. You know, I should have bought it at the same time. Wouldn't that ticked you off if I got it in Iowa before you did? Especially with the guy that was like in stealth mode, a stealth delivery guy. It's all ball bearings. That's right. You guys need a refresher course. It's all ball bearings these days. Hey! Classic. Ground speed. What is our ground speed? Well, let's see. Our ground speed, Kyle, is 451 knots, my friend. You gotta remember, we're flying a commercial airliner. We got a few more things to think about and do for preparation for landing. That's what I love about general aviation. I don't have to like think about anything. It's just like, oh, there's the runway's up there. I just got to kind of figure out the descent profile in my head, make sure that we do the GUMPS check and we're there. It's kind of nice actually, but there's a lot of fun in this too. So seriously, so aviation, so... Okay, well, so let's plug in. I better do that. We need to plug this as 1600, right? Don't want to forget that. So we're going to plug this as 1600. So we get that set. So we got 1600 set. So seriously, so when we hit, using our calculator, so again, that was basically 14 miles from Codger. And so at that point, that's funny because that won't even be close to 17,350, right? Because it says we should be crossing Codger at or above 17,350. Well, if we're like 14 nautical miles away and we're flying at 35,000 feet, we are going to be way above this. But I get it. It's just gonna. It's a calculator, so we're just doing a straight. I get it. 3 degree descent profile. It's fine. We'll see how it works. I haven't tried it. I haven't went as far as when I was doing a practice flight. To be honest, I'd set my altitude for like 17,300 or 400 to be above it. But I'd set it for 17,400, and I would be kind of like figure out what my ground speed was, what my estimated time was there, and I was just doing math. To the destination. You know, the good news about this, so SimFans, is, you know, we're flying into Florida. We don't really have to worry about running into terrain, right? I mean, right? I don't need to state the obvious, right? So that's the good news. What happened? Oh, that sucks, aviation. That sucks, dude. And it's always like right when you're getting to like the funnest part of the flight, right? The landing. The approach and the landing phase is by far, I think all of us can agree, that's the most fun of any flight. And then to have it, that's happened to me. You know that's happened to me. You've seen it. That always sucks. It happened to me in an X-plane. I don't even want to say it. I'll jinx myself. That sucks, dude. Yeah, reload. Get it reloaded. You could be like Lucas and have to reload. Speaking of, there he is. Seriously didn't plan on that, guys. Snap a screenshot of that, Aces. Of course, I'm 30 seconds ahead of you, so you're not going to hear that in time. Spotlighting Lucas here for a moment. That's cool. I at least got one. I don't know if you got any of those aviation, sorry, Aces. Haven't done that to you guys for a while. Mixed up your names. Haven't done that for a while. I was due. It was about time. Oh boy. So aviation. So I've got it plugged in. Because I hadn't done this before. I haven't used the calculator. So I got it plugged in at 1600. So we're going to go to manage mode. So that means we're going to hit this up arrow. So if you take your mouse cursor on the Airbus, and it would be an up arrow because you do an up click, that'll go to manage mode, and that should pull our throttle out, and then we should start descending, and then we should be hitting. Is there seriously nothing else we need to do there? I'm a Boeing pilot, SimFans. In the fact that the Airbus here is the vertical navigation system isn't complete, so you know I'm so looking forward to the time that FlyByWire has the actual top of descent. You can see it on your MFD, and you know exactly when you're going to start descending, and it ties into your FMC for every single waypoint, so you don't have to worry about, so you know you're crossing it at the time that you need to, and the flight management computer just handles all of it, like the Zebo. That will be nice, because this is kind of I know aviation, you said it, you even mentioned the vertical nav is kind of a pain. So anyway, but it'll happen, I'm sure. Cool. All right, well, we'll try it, man. I haven't tried this way. I kind of just did the whole manual descent, so I'm looking forward to it, dude. Cheers. And then for the approach, so I'll make sure that we'll do a brief really quick for this approach. So aviation, what my plan is, and I tested this, I'll click the landing system button. Usually there's a decel, on here. Here's a decel. So that's when it'll go into the approach phase, right? So once it's in decel, we can hit the APPR button. We'll already have our LS on. Do you hit the localizer? I saw somebody post that they hit the localizer, but I did that and it screwed me up. I didn't actually track the ILS down. It actually messed it up. But there was somebody that said hit AP2. So I hit AP2 and I did localizer, and I think that messed me up because the first time I did it, I just did LS. I left it on AP1. I hit approach after the decel, and it actually guided down on the ILS. So does that sound right? Nah, don't worry, we'll get it figured out. Hey, it's clear skies. If we have to switch and just do manual mode, we will just switch and do manual mode. Okay. Well, then that's That's not really quite like the Zebo though, because you can hit the approach before you're establishing the localizer, so it's a little different. Okay, well then I'll do that. Because you know, like with the Zebo, you plug in your heading and then you hit approach, and as soon as your localizer comes in, the plane will go. So that's good to know. So I'll wait. But do you select localizer? That's what I want to know. Do you actually click localizer, or do you leave that button unenabled? Do not click that. See, we're here to help each other out, SimFans. That's what it's all about. Again, guys, I've flown this aircraft a few times, but it was just practice, and so you can call me a noob on the fly-by-wire Airbus. That's why I need aviation to help me out, because he's like, I'd like to know how many hours you have in this. Okay, good. Because I wasn't planning on using the localizer. Because I did that, and like I was like looking at the YouTube stream, and they had mentioned, yeah, I hit localizer button, and I tried it, and I used it, I did that, and I was like, that screwed me up. It didn't actually approach. I just kept flying the same altitude at 1600. I went right past the ILS, and that made sense to me, because it's like, well, I'm on the localizer. I'm not doing an instrument landing approach if I hit localizer. So when the guy said it, it's like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But so I tried it, and then it messed me up. So. Well, enjoy the VR, dude. Enjoy the VR, Kyle. Okay, guys, let's see how close. I'll probably miss this if I'm not paying attention. All right, so we're on to Codger. I'm gonna do math really quick once again here, just to make sure I'm not off. I have this feeling like. Okay, so if we're 14, 37, 57, or 47, 51, 61, 69, 79, 84, 85, 105. Okay, that should do it, right? Should do it. Let's check up. Up here. Yep, 105.9. Okay, that should work. Yeah, no kidding, dude. So true. You got a point there, buddy. Should we go and see how we look in our cockpit here? Wait. Oh my God! Who's flying the aircraft? And the engines are spinning. Looks like the same thing's happening to us with aviation, but we actually still have thrust, so that's a good thing. Speaking of, let's go to fuel. Oh yeah, plenty of fuel. Pressure, bleed, kind of close schematic on the ECAM. Hydraulics. And the fact that they do this for free, you gotta love it, right? Yeah, it does look like it's glitched too, aviation. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, look at that. Like the fans aren't spinning. I don't know what's going on there. But at least we still have thrust. Because you actually lost, didn't you say you lost thrust? Which, that's no good. I'll just, state the obvious. Oh, one thing we need to check, guys. We need to go down here. One thing I almost forgot. So if we go over to RadNav, So here we have IPGD, so that is actually our ILS approach in 109.75, and our course is 35. So that, again, the Airbus has magic powers. It just, you know, it's got magic powers, aka a database. So it's already I didn't have to touch a thing. I didn't have to put any of that in there. It was already there. And again, if we go to performance, you can see we're still in cruise, but we're going to soon be descending. Yeah, so let's keep an eye on that, because when we get 14 nautical miles, when this says 14, if I did the math right, when this says 14, that's when we're going to go over here, and we're going to click this button. We're going to click that up, and at which point it should descend, and try to press a button. So once we, you know, we get that to 14, we should start, so just keep an eye on that. Hey, Blando, you're still with us? Wow. I'm amazed, dude. Thank you. I mean, Blando being here for the entire stream? This is insane. Do appreciate it, man. All kidding aside, dude. That's awesome. Thank you. So when we descend, we need to make sure we turn on our landing lights so we get below 10,000 feet. We need to set the, we need to click the LS button. So for the ILS approach, we're not doing VOR for localizer, so we'll be good there. Approach mode, as aviation said, select it when we intercepted the localizer. We need to make sure we arm the speed brake, and I don't know, what do you do, aviation? I usually, like, you know, about 1,000 feet, 500 feet, 1,000 feet, I usually disable the autopilot. Now, I don't know if you worry about disabling the flight director. Do you worry about disabling the flight director? I usually don't. I just disable the autopilot and hand fly it in, and of course the auto throttle, you want to disable that too. Oh, awesome, aviation, you're back in the air. Like, try to press a button, so like on my keyboard. Dude, what the heck? You're right. I just did that. What the heck? Alright, well, I don't know. That worked. Oh, you know what? I wonder... Oh, you know what? Jack Shaw, thank you for the sub. Thank you for subscribing, Jack. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you, my friend. Thank you so much. You will now be deemed a sim fan, and do appreciate it, Jack. Good to see you. That must be it, though. See, aviation, I bet it's, yeah, probably just one of those things where it's like, because I was typing in there. I assume you were maybe doing something similar. I don't know. Maybe that caused it, but whatever it was, aviation, you nailed it, buddy. I did it. I think I might have missed Norman. Did I miss Norman? Let's see. Norman, probably not here anymore, but I noticed Norman subscribed. Thank you, Norman. Sorry I missed you. I think I missed you, Norman. But if you're still around, thanks so much for subscribing, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Great to have you. Join our family. Oh, crap. By the way. Whew. Okay, 45 nautical miles, guys. We are rocking and a-rolling. I'm kind of anxious, SimFans. I'm anxious. I want to see how well this does, this calculator. So what we did, in case you're coming in a little later, so this fly-by-wire, as Aviation Spotter pointed out, if you turn it on and you go to this performance, you can put your altitude, you can sync it, which is kind of nice, and then you just click in here and then you type in what your intercept is, your ILS intercept. And then don't forget to put it up here too in your ATIS so that you have it here. And then, so we had to do some math, which is no big deal. But we figured 14 nautical miles away from Codger, we're going to start our descent. And it is almost time, Aviation. Thank you. We're getting pretty close here. I'm gonna go to the 14. I want to get it to the nautical mile, and then I'll get close. We'll be at like 15 here, and then I'll go over here and I'll click the up manage mode there. But we're gonna see how we do. Hey, for a mystery sim night. Hey, thanks Aces for posting Discord. For how many of you think we should do DCS? We could do some carrier landings. I'll put that in the mixed bag of possible simulators that we could do for a mystery sim night. I don't think I want to try to like fight anybody multiplayer. I know you guys probably do. I will get my butt kicked. I haven't been flying DCS for quite some time, but I'm willing to try it. I mean, I'm not the greatest at dogfighting, but I'm willing to try it. Dude, what's going on with your flight? Oh, that sucks. Aviation, you're having some issues with the flight sim. You know, Kyle was having issues with his too. Kyle, not that long ago, right? Okay, just 10 nautical miles away, SimFans. Super, super close. We are about to do it. You guys are awesome. We're at 21 likes. If you haven't already, please smash that likes up button. Our goal we already passed. It was at 15, but nonetheless, appreciate it. There goes Lucas once again in his MiG-15 that looks like a Piper aircraft. Pretty amazing stuff. So close. Alright. Here we go, SimFans. When that hits 15, we'll switch over and we'll start our descent. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and hit it. Manage mode. Now let's watch it descend. Here we go. Descending. Let's watch our N1, N2. That's going down, decreasing. That's all good. Our left and right engines looking good. Likes up, thumbs up, likes up. But yeah, whatever works. Here we go. And we see our dip in our contrail. It's all good. All right, here we go. Here we go, Aviation. Let's see how well this calculator works. I did not know that, Aviation. That's awesome, dude. I'm gonna have to try that. I am gonna have to, dude, I'm gonna try that. That's pretty cool. Well, I mean, that's just like in real life, right? That's cool about the F-22, Lucas. Awesome. Oh, I hear those engines, so throttle back. Kind of cool. And we're banking. Honestly, what kind of view is that? I suppose you want to see the slats work. I get that. This is kind of cool. You're in the cabin. By the way, if you guys want to know what I'm hitting, you just hit A. A is the default, and Shift A. You can cycle through your views. Frank Rose, how in the heck are you, my friend? It's been a long time, Frank. Welcome to the stream. Frank, good to see you. Hey, you came just in time. We're on approach. We're in Microsoft Flight Simulator, Frank, and I'm finally doing a commercial flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator, Frank. Believe it or not, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. It has been way too long, Frank. Thank you for joining. How's working for Air Canada? Is it still going well for you, Frank? Good to see you, buddy. Perfect timing too, Frank. I mean, you couldn't have picked a better time. You can see me like, hopefully not embarrass myself here. I can't promise anything. One of the things that's always in the back of my head, everyone, is somewhere, somehow, the aviation spotter is always watching, right? If I mess this up, he's gonna come down on me. He's gonna make fun of me. He's gonna do a clip. He's gonna show what I did to mess up. And I encourage that. I'm good with that. If we can't make fun of ourselves, what do we have, right? We gotta have a sense of humor. If we can't laugh at ourselves, that's probably one of the better things to learn in life, right? Laugh at yourself. Here we go. Let's do a let's look at our VFR. Oh, geez, I think I just saw Lucas like pop out of there. So we're gonna check where are we at. So here we go, SimFans. We're approaching in here, and we're gonna cross bags, picker, USEC. Right here, the sys right here. This is gonna be when we want to get our landing gear out, and we're gonna be ready for hopefully a good landing. Oh, jeez. I've learned to not. I made a mistake one time, and I will never say again. Aviation, I'm going to make you eat your words. It didn't end well. You know, he was giving me crap, and as usual, and I, you know, I had this feeling I was going to butter the Zebo landing. Oh, I came so far from that. Let's check our flight plan. Let's see. So when we cross bags, we should be at 10,750. How far away are we at that? Oh gosh, we're not even gonna be close. But again, I'm gonna put faith into this. I'm holding that it will work out. So we'll see. I just, you know, being a Zebo pilot and just having that top of descent and like the flight management computer following this to a T, when I see 10,750 is where we should be at, and then I like look at our altitude and we're like 9,000 feet from that, it makes me a little curious that it's gonna actually work out. But I'm gonna hold true. I'm gonna believe it. I believe in it. I believe it in aviation. I think it'll work. You say so, it'll work. I know it will. Getting pretty busy at work, Frank? Oh, man. Well, that's I laughed about it, Aces, as well, because Lucas is flying the, well, I guess the F-22 now, but the MiG-15 as well, and he's flying inverted. See now, see he's taking a tip right out of aviation spot. And by the way, aviation, I don't know if you're really gonna like me flying the commercial jets, because you can't. You're not. I mean, you could, but like. You haven't been in the spot. You haven't been able to be in the spotlight tonight, aviation. I mean, of course, it doesn't help that your flight sim is giving you problems, which we've all been there, right? We've all been there. We can all empathize. Thank you, aviation. That means a lot to me. I did butter that, didn't I? When I did the go around, and I had to get back to the hand flying it. I think I got so used to, with all the GA flying here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's like, because we did a go around. You're right, and we pulled it around, entered the pattern, and then I did butter that. I actually kind of forgot about that. So thank you, aviation. I appreciate you mentioning that. See, I'm not all bad. I'll tell you what, though, you can lose your, flying the big jets, versus GA. You can really, because like GA, you just like throw that down on the, and then flare like at the end and just bring it right down and land it. But you can't. You got to do a different approach, of course. No pun intended, right? With the big birds. So. When you fly nothing but the jetliners, then you just. But when you're switching, I think, the concept of flight obviously is all the same. Whether you're flying a Spruce Goose or an ultralight. I mean, concepts are there, but you definitely there's obviously differences. Oh, standard. I gotta do this. So we're no longer standard. So. I can't. There we go. 2990. That should be 92. There we go. All right, SimFans. So here we go. Here's our approach. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about doing the airliners. I do love them. I told you guys I would. It took me longer than I really anticipated, but I told you guys I would definitely do the airliners. So here you go. Hopefully you guys are all satisfied. Probably not entirely, but I will be flying the CRJ. That's another aircraft I gotta get familiarized with, but I'll do that not in the so distant future. Probably do a few more flights in the Airbus just because getting used to this now in MSFS. But yeah, we'll do the Aerosoft. We'll do the Aerosoft. Not too. Well, probably do it sometime in July, maybe. Do you guys like the change up like that we're doing VFR and we'll do VFR one of the nights during the week and then another night we'll do like this commercial? Is that cool? Like again, I want to drive this channel to what you all want to see and do want to know what you guys think. All right, we're going to drop this distance here down to 20. And so we look at we're decelerating here. Oh, we got to get the landing lights on. So I'm going to put the landing lights on. Landing lights are on. Let's take a look at that. There they are. They actually kind of pop out of there. There you go. Why are we not descending? Like, why are we still at 9,300? This does not seem right. We're 24 miles away, and oh, there we go. Now we're descending. I don't know if I trust this whole automated thing. It seems like we're way too high right now. I mean, A5. Can put on the landing system here. It's just I don't know. I don't know if I'd buy this. Let me zoom out. All right, I'm gonna. Okay, I'll trust it. I'm gonna trust it, aviation, but it makes me nervous, dude. Again, you understand. I'm a Zebo guy, and look at that. That's so weird to see the prop just like frozen there. Okay. I'm gonna trust it, aviation. I'm gonna keep my hands off of the stuff until we are on. We got the localizer dialed in. This does not seem. Okay. I'm just trust it. We'll see. But if I land hard because we're at too high of altitude or have to do a go around, you can't give me grief. That's the deal. I'm stating it now for the record. All right. Well, so we're going to drop that down. And I'm going to switch this to ARC, or I'm sorry, not ARC, LS. So there's our localizer, right? And we should. What do we want to put in a first notch of flaps? Probably not quite yet. We probably want to be. What do we want to be at? Probably at like when we turn into our ILS intercept, maybe. Beautiful Florida, beautiful flat Florida with all your water. Oh, let's get this all set up though, guys. We gotta hit our auto brake. We're gonna do medium. We'll just do medium. Actually, let's do low. We'll do low. We don't need medium braking. Hopefully, good God. I hope not. I mean, I've got the pedal brakes, so. And so, as aviation said, we got our approach mode activated. So if we go to performance, just like he said, there it is, approach, ILS 4. So as usual, aviation's right on the dial. Thank you, aviation. I'm putting the trust in the fly-by-wire here. It's hard for me though. You know it. Being a Boeing guy, I'm not used to all this auto stuff. It just makes me nervous. Oh, speed brake arm. Yeah, we don't want to forget that, dude. So speed brake up, armed. Am I missing anything else? We've got landing lights are on. That's checked. Just checking through the checklist here for a few more things. Yeah, guys, I think we're ready. And we're gonna be let's see here. We're gonna be turning into. This is the nice thing about having dual FMS though, because then you can actually see it. Go medium? Okay. I'll go medium. There's the airport right over there. See it? Now we're gonna. So once we capture this localizer, and we'll know, because we'll see it. Actually, we already have it. We haven't captured the localizer yet, but we've got. And then here's our diamond, our magenta diamond. So that's our ILS. That's our descent. So just like aviation said, it's all coming together. Just trust in the system. Seeing the flight attendants. Okay. Is that all, or is it the forward? We'll do the forward again. It's probably all, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, getting closer. I can feel it. I can feel it. This aircraft actually really does too much automatically. It just so some of you that are like me, like Zevo guys, you know, or gals, whatever, you have to do so many things, and with this it's just like there's so many things that are automated. It just makes you feel like you're missing something. At least for me, it makes me feel like I'm missing something. But aviation, I'm glad you're here, man, because I probably would not have trusted it this far, to be honest with you. Well, why doesn't it say it's ready, though? Did I not? Do I have to hit all? Here we go. Okay, so we've got our localizer here, and all right, I'm going to go ahead and hit approach.
2,500.
So we shift. All right, let's go sterile cockpit. Let's turn the music off. All right, now we got that dialed in. Now let's watch here. Here's our glide slope indicator, so we should be seeing that. No, there's a 1600 that we got dialed in. Now, am I missing anything, aviation? Because now it should continue to descend beyond the 1600, correct? Once we get at 1600 feet, and then our aircraft should follow that right down, and then we will disable autopilot. And we will disable auto thrust. Actually, I should get the. I'll turn on the Bravo Throttle Quadrant. Here we go. Here's the Bravo Throttle Quadrant. We got. Let's bring this out a little bit. So you can all see that. Sorry. Here we go. You got the idea. Okay. All right, at 1600. Now let's watch this. And there we go. Yep, it's doing it. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, SimFans, here we go. So we got to double check everything. We've got our landing lights on. We've got our speed brake is armed. Alright, I'm going to switch to track IR. Good. 1,000. Forgot to put my flaps down. Yep, flaps in gear. Almost forgot about that. Almost forgot about that.
500.
Too low. Terrain. Terrain.
400.
Alright, disable autopilot. Mess that up a bit.
300. 200.
Yeah, how did I forget the gear and the flaps? Good God. Oh, this is going to be fun. Here we go. I'm going to land it. I'm committed.
40. 30.
Jeez, it's just like the
20,
frame rates. Oh my God.
10. 5.
Right. Reversers. Okay, how did I forget the flaps and almost forgot the flaps and gear, but we're good. Whew! That was almost I did think of it before I saw you guys put it in chat, but I'll tell you what, that was too close. Need to put that in the checklist. But we got it down. We used all the runway, but we're good. Probably turn that medium was already off. Okay, good deal. Thank you guys. I do appreciate you mentioning that as first officers. All right. My seatbelt signs weren't on, were they? Well, okay. And then there is that Lucas? Is that you, Lucas, right there? You can put our flaps up. All right. Well, we'll make our way to the terminal. I wonder why that's kind of at that angle. Well, we made it, SimFans. It wasn't the. I mean, the landing wasn't horrible, other than the fact I was coming in too fast because I forgot to put my stupid flaps down, and I don't know how I forgot that, but till the very end. But we still made it. I was like, I'm committed. I'm gonna land this thing regardless. Actually, it didn't turn out too bad, amazingly. It has more to do with the aircraft, I'm sure, than my piloting skills there. But hey, we'll take it. Yeah, right, Blando. I think it is time to get the. Yeah, maybe that. The frame rate's kind of knocking right there on the final rollout. Definitely. That doesn't help. It makes it. Obviously, many of you know. You fly Flight Simulator. It's like the worst time for that crap to happen is when you're on your rollout and approach. Awesome aviation. Oh, we'll watch for you. Yeah, guys, I probably will do it. You know, I'll probably just be like, you know what, I'm gonna bite the bullet and probably just get the thing ordered tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Knowing me, though, I'll probably be like chicken out at the end and be like, it's almost like playing the stock market, right? It's just kind of like, well, maybe it'll go down. You know, if you're selling short, it's like maybe it'll go down. The price will go down. So if you've ever been to this airport, it's kind of interesting. So, like, this is for real, although you wouldn't see general aviation aircraft parked right there. But, you seriously, you land and you park, and they bring the stairway up to you, and, yeah, you walk to the terminal. And, I mean, that is it. And I remember the second time we came here, it was pouring rain, and so that was a lot of fun. Right, SimFans, here we go. Stop right here. We don't have an air marshal. All right, parking brake is on. Nav lights are off. Taxi lights are off. We probably should start our APU. Let's go back down here. APU. There we go. Flap open. We're going to go back up here. We're going to go ahead and start. Watch for this on the eCam. There she goes. Now, as that's going, let me go to the nameplates, because I got to get you guys on the nameplates. All right, let me do that really quick so we can see Aviation Spotter, Kyle, and everyone else, whoever's in here. There's Lucas. Lucas, how are you? There comes Kyle. Let me see if I can. Kyle just landed. Let me get my controller going. There we go. All right, hold on, guys. Kyle, I'm sorry I missed you, pal. My apologies. I didn't get my controller connected quick enough. We'll definitely get Aviation Spotter here. If you hop into Modern Warfare. Nicely done, Blando. Blando, you need to join us in here. I mean, I think that's only fair, right? If I join you on your channel in your games, I only think it's fair that you I mean, mind you, you are joining here tonight. I get it, but I think you should fly. By the way, in all seriousness, though, Sim fans, do check out Blando site. I've got it linked off my page. He has a really good channel, as well as Aces Down and Aviation Spotter. All right, now while we're waiting for Mr. Slowpoke Aviation Spotter to come in, because he's like, you know, adding drag, you know, like doing some ridiculous things like putting his landing gear down and adding full flaps. I mean, that's for rookies. Just joking. I know that's going to come back and haunt me. Oh, but I have fun doing it anyway. I have fun doing it anyway, Sim fans. All right, so we should be good here. I'm going to go ahead and while we're waiting for Aviation Spotter to come in on approach, I'm going to go ahead and get the engines turned down. Oh, we're not going to quit. Continue. Stop. All right, here he comes. How far out are you, Aviation? You're still kind of ways out, buddy. It looks like. That looked like a smooth landing, Kyle. Nice job, buddy. Nice job. Nice job. All right, well, we've got Kyle coming in to the terminal. We've got Lucas is already there. Lucas, nice job landing as well. I didn't see it, but I'm guessing you did a great job landing there, buddy. Oh, here we go. Finally, there I can see his like navigation lights. I was starting to wonder, Aviation, if I'd have to wrap it up, but I figured I'd wait for you. But here he comes. Let's go ahead and get to like we'll do a flyby here with Kyle. And hi, Kyle. And then we're gonna watch Mr. Talent here land. As he comes in, Sim fans, let's get some tunes rocking and rolling on this thing, right? Let's get it going. What am I doing? Forget my landing gear and my flaps, and then I forget the tunes. I'm slipping, guys. I'm slipping. I'm going to turn off the controller, and that way we can see everybody. I'm going to put some different tunes on. I don't like that song. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Here we go, SimFans. Here he comes. See, I can't wait till we have like the replays, right? Here he comes. He's gonna show us how it's done. Slow this down. Nice. Look at that show off. Nicely done. All kidding aside, nicely done, aviation. Very good job. All of you guys. Kyle, Lucas, Aviation Spotter. Really nice piece of flying there, you guys. All right, SimFans. Well, hey, get it to a good perspective here. SimFans, thank you so much for joining. We got a few new subscribers. Definitely appreciate everybody's likes. If you haven't done so already, do smash the thumbs up button, not the likes button, or it could be the likes button. Thumbs button, likes button, whatever you choose. Either way, it's the same thing. And subscribe if you haven't already. SimFans, thanks so much for joining. Hey, by the way, I'm not sure if I'll be streaming Saturday night or not. It depends. I didn't mention this before. My son has a swim meet in Des Moines. I have to have him there by 6:30 a.m. So that means I have to leave my house and getting my 10-year-old son up and be out of the door by 5:30 a.m. So if I do stream on Saturday, SimFans, I will be scheduling it sometime tomorrow, and it will be earlier in the afternoon, which maybe some of you will like that. It definitely won't be 8:30 at night, because I can't handle going to bed at like 12:30 or whatever, and then having to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. So not sure about the stream on Saturday. I hope to. If I do, it'll be earlier in the day, so watch for it. And as always, SimFans, hey, thanks again. It was a total blast. Okay, I could have done better on the approach, but all in all, we made it safe, and we landed, and we'll do another commercial flight. I think it's overall a fairly successful flight. Aviation, thank you for the tips. Aces, thank you for modding, as always. And Blando, so great to have you here. So, and again, a big call out to all of you, my friends, my SimFans. Take care, and until next time, blue skies, stay safe, and we will see you soon. See you, my friends.